All right. We're going to try this again. Oh, shit. Let me grab this link. Sorry for technical difficulties. Not much I can do about it, of course. It's StreamYard. But we'll see who comes back. Agala pull, it's my mod with the most already there. Look at you, homie. You badass. Pin that one. I sent around the link, kind of. Let me hit up. Hey, look at that. Come on. What in the world? I'm sorry. It's the stupid touchpad. Hello, gentlemen.
What's popping?
Oh
Brandon
my
Witz
god.
is out there. Ah, you know that's funny.
Much better. Thank you. Help us in Tampa. You are my hero. Thank you,
It's
Agro.
working in chat. Good.
Dude, it was working fine. And then like it started and it was like, well, let's see if it works itself out. And then it just did not. So
No, it was intolerable. Whoever was in that chat, you make sure you bless them. You know, that was just God
yes.
tier shit. Hey, they love you. Whoever was in that chat is a good
I
friend of yours. That
I like
was nice.
it hadn't been doing it before. So it was kind of a pain in the ass for it to start up like that. But oh well. It is what it is.
Who's in
It's fucking StreamYard. They've been here.
Agalepolis? Is it better? Much better? Okay, Lord help us. Says
Joe, you'd be
Tempest.
proud of me with what I was about to tell them on the last stream before it fracked up.
Okay, I'm listening. You can tell me.
So I'm trying to be nicer to people.
Wait.
Pretty much. Go ahead.
Because I'm finna be here for a while. I got my blunt rolled, and I want to make tea. You want to tell me the story first, or should I go make tea
Oh, it's super
first?
fast.
Okay.
Super fast. So, I was at the grocery store a couple weeks ago, and this lady walked up to this young cashier, and she was probably in her 60s or 80s or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And she looked at the guy, and he was like 19 or something, 20. And she walks up to the till, and you could tell he was uncomfortable when she said, "Why don't you smile? It's a much better experience for everybody if you're smiling when someone comes up to the cash register." And he's like, just pretty much ignored what she said.
Okay.
And she kind of was a little bit like still jabbery after that. And normally, like a couple months ago at Walmart, when I almost fought the guy in the aisle for pushing past me and a lady and knocking a bunch of chocolate bars over, I said, let's take a different route. And I could notice that he was uncomfortable the way he was standing, and I know this because I have a bad leg. And I said, "Did you hurt your leg or something?" And he goes, "No, and he pretty much described what maybe his doctor hasn't fully diagnosed yet. He said it was fairly recent, I think. Cystic fibrosis, possibly, or something like that."
Okay.
And he explained it, that they're finding these nodules and blah, blah, blah. And his body's rejecting them. And I said, "Oh, that's very unfortunate. I understand. I have some disabilities as well." I said, "Well, you have a nice day." And I walked away. And the lady was completely stone-faced and silent as I walked away. Rather than just losing my mind, I shamed her by showing him empathy, and it made her. I think I hurt her worse than I would have if I threatened her.
Somebody help me here. Wait, help me understand. There was the person who 10th was talking to with the cystic fibrosis or whatever. Was he the cashier or
he was the cashier? Yeah. And and the old lady had told him he should be smiling when she walks up to his till.
Did she work there, or was she
the customer?
A customer told him that. And then you made sure that she knew that he wasn't doing well. All right, okay, I see that.
Yeah, rather than just telling her off and calling her old C word.
I probably know him by now, but that is him. He literally, I don't remember what it was, but he's showing me 2 or 3 videos where he's gone off on cashiers. So it could have totally happened. Man.
That's not true. Not cashiers, random people on the streets.
Yeah. You know what? I think only one was a cashier. I think one was like the
Uh,
chick who do
yeah.
returns or something, and a couple
No,
people on the
that's not
street.
true.
Somebody pushing a
Some
lady
people on the
around or
street,
something.
yes.
Yeah. All right, I'm making tea,
So I'm
man.
trying to take a better tact.
That's awesome. I can't stand people who are rude to cashiers. Like,
I know.
it bothers me so much because it's like, you know, these people are not making good money. They don't want to be there. They've been on their feet all day and are probably fucking miserable. And shit, a third of them are probably there because somebody else called in, right? So,
Yep.
um, I don't know. If anybody in the service industry, I always try to really be kind and loving and tell them that, I appreciate them because fuck, I remember working for other people and it sucks.
You're trying to pay off their your kids' dental bill from their cleaning from earlier this year when they found a cavity, so that you can not be embarrassed and say you can't pay for the cavity and blah 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 blah. Like, can you imagine?
Yeah, yeah, I can. I can. I
I'm
used
just
to
saying. And then to
for,
say, how come you're not smiling? Ooh, ooh, old lady.
for over 10 years, I cleaned other people's houses and managed rental apartments, and that were primarily rented out by college kids. And to when we didn't have permanent residents in them, the guy used them for Airbnb, and we're talking it was over 70 townhouses and apartments. Um, and man, I'll tell you, serving others can be the most defeating thing in the world. Even when you're trying to do it like with a joyful heart, right, vibe, you know what I mean by that. Um, some people are just incapable of being grateful and appreciative for anything. And the people who work those jobs don't get paid enough to fucking take the complaining, in my opinion.
You know, I mean, I'm kind of reserving my words because I have a couple like feelings about that. Right. I'd mentioned like if a cashier does tell me like about how shitty their job is while I'm checking out, I'm like, dude, that was not what I wanted to hear from you. I just wanted to hear you say, yes, I'm having a great day too. And
Then why ask?
because you know it's the typical courtesy. They're like, "How are you doing today?" And you're like, "Hey, I'm going good." Right? How's the weather? These are just like conversational beats in human interaction when people do not want to interact. But at the same time, I actually do really want to interact, and I actually do care about their job. And that is an opportunity for us to serve at that point. However, I think when you're complaining, you do need to pick who you're complaining to. A housewife with 10 kids going through the checkout is not the right person to be saying, "Hey, can you save me from this dead end job?" The guy that shows up in the Ferrari and is buying the most expensive tequila on his way out, that's the one to complain to and find out like what the better path is out.
I don't think it's necessarily just about like complaining like that, though. I think it's more about people want to feel some kind of human connection. And especially when you're like, take for instance, a cashier, right? Who's been working at this gas station all day long. You've dealt with 200 to 300 people coming through, all having their own emotions and not really thinking or giving that much care or concern for you. You can't, your boss says you're not allowed to sit down on the job. I think that sometimes they just reach that point where it's like they just want to have that validation that, I'm a human too. And so that's why I always cut it off. Like, I just automatically assume and let them know, like, yo, I appreciate that you're working here today.
Yeah, and I get that. And I mean, 10th Man's going to cut me off on this because he knows I'm Christian and I know he's anti-Christian, which is cool. I love having the debate with him. But, I mean, Paul was in jail and saying that I am in pure joy because I have I know that I'm good, right? And in some ways, and I think that's a really hard human characteristic to go, hey, I'm in this dead end job, my life sucks, but I can find inner peace by seeing that, hey, at least I ate today, at least I'm alive today, at least I know that there is salvation because I'm after work, I'm going and I'm working with other people and I'm helping people, right? Like there's that thing. And when somebody's, and then there's the entrepreneur side of me, right? So that's the Christian side of me. The entrepreneur side of me, when that person says, this job sucks, my boss says this, this, and this, and he never listens to us. I'm like, then you quit or you step up and you tell him, or you clean everything, show that you're better than him and take over his job. Like I always struggle between my Christian and my entrepreneurial side, where I'm just like, I want to help you. I want you to find peace in where you are. And through that peace, hopefully you can grow. My entrepreneurial side says, just freaking stop complaining to me and do better in your life. And, you know, I always get in these conflicts when I look at those situations.
Right. So no, then that'd be great. That'd be great. And then, so whenever you call into a customer service department about tech support or your credit card or whatever, I don't want to hear about your bullshit that you had with the last agent. But no, you're going to do that, aren't you?
Actually, I'm pretty good.
You are. Yes, you are. Oh, no. Yes, you are. And you're going to put me through a bunch of nonsense over what the last person did. Yep.
No, I mean, maybe I'm unique here because I've run customer service teams and I know how it works. I know they only have so much power, and I know when the customer can't get that agent to do something that that customer should get redeemed, but that agent doesn't have the power. So when I call up like customer service, I usually try to skip the line. I'm like, hey, I know you're doing your best. I know what the issue is here. You need to like put me up to the next person. Thank you for trying to help. But yeah, I don't do that. But I do see where you're coming from. And because I've listened to the calls, oh my God, have I seen how badly a customer service agent is trying to help within the capability that company has given them. And the person on the other line will trash them for race. Like they'll hear an accent or like, and I'm not even talking like an Indian accent, American accent, but from somewhere, or just the way they speak, where the person on the other end will attack that customer service agent personally.
All of a sudden, it's a Pace Picante sauce commercial.
No.
What's that?
I say it's a Pace Picante commercial. New York City.
Yeah. Look, here's my thing is I think that it's gotten to the point where, you know, like I've had a few times where I was trying to work something out with my insurance and I got on the line with someone in customer service who I literally could not understand. And I was so torn between like, I need this information, but I can't understand what you're saying. And I feel horrible that I'm going to have to ask to talk to someone else because your accent's too thick.
Oh,
and that would have been Indian.
What's up, Joe?
I got an accent story. I didn't hear yours. I heard the accent of it, but I got a buddy. He was talking about he was starving. We're cop watching. We go to the drive-thru, and he ordered food, and he hear the guy's voice. He has a really heavy accent, and then the guy hands him the food. You know, thank you very much, or whatever the fuck his accent was. And the guy hands me the food. I'm like, dude, you've been begging to eat this shit. What's the fucking problem? Man, I ain't gonna eat this shit. He could have spit on my food. Cause he has an accent, he thinks he's a bad guy and wouldn't eat the food because his accent was too heavy.
Yeah, and I want to point this out to everybody here too. When we say accent, I mean probably everybody listening is thinking Filipino or Indian accents, but like Joe, I've seen you came up, and I know you're black. But before you came up, I also knew you were black. Okay,
Right,
so I'm going to say you had an accent, and listening to customer service calls and the way that some consumers treat customer service, I've seen them do the same thing because they could hear that they were black from their voice and actually start personally attacking them, even though that person on the phone had nothing to do with it. So I'm just saying, I mean, Beth, it's good. Great. You know, like if you can't understand them, you can't understand them. We can understand Joe. We understand Joe.
This sound awful.
When I say accent, I'm saying people will attack. When I say accents, I'm just saying they will attack your personal character as a customer service agent, regardless of where you are in the country or world.
I'm glad you said that. I
This
mean,
is
I'm
gonna
not
sound
glad. Wait, wait,
awful.
wait. Let me clean it up, Beth. I'm glad you said that. I mean, I don't wish those things, but I'm glad to hear you say that so I can put it in my mind and keep, try to make people day better and be aware of it. Go ahead, Beth. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean it's
I,
true. I mean, you would not believe because we recorded every call. You would not believe the things I heard.
yeah,
And we only had U.S. customer service agents. We didn't have offshore,
And they
right?
still got shit. I hear you.
And
yeah.
it wasn't just black. You could have a southern accent, and you could tell they're like a
Right.
white, like southern Florida guy, right? People
Interesting.
freaking attack
I
whatever they
never even
can when
considered
it's
this, but
Now,
customer
it's
service.
so logical. Though.
I
Yeah,
have the
that's dope.
opposite with that. Okay, like I had some issues with my fucking nice egg account, and I called up, and I swear to God, this is gonna sound so horrible. It got to the point where I was praying to get that sweet black lady from down in
Right,
Georgia, where
right,
I knew that accent, and
right.
oh my God, those women. At the second I'd be like, "Look, here's the
Don't you
situation."
worry, honey child. I know
Yes,
exactly
Right.
what
I
to
know
do
Right.
about
exactly what
Sure,
you
this.
hi,
talking
child. I'll
about,
take
baby. We
care of
gonna
you,
get this
girl.
fixed for you. You just make sure you sign what I'm sending you in the mail. Look at that. And now you only got to pay $10 extra on your monthly bill.
Oh, we
It's
know.
like,
We know when we get that customer service lady from Atlanta that's black, she's going to take care of us.
oh, she does. She take damn good care of you.
Right.
I love them. They
Do
are the
y'all remember? I don't know. I grew up in the city, and the biggest insult you could give someone was to call them country. It meant that they were stupid. Our biggest insult, and it was reserved for when you damn near had to slap box a motherfucker, country nigga. And that was just, oh my God, that was now, country is charming. I'm so glad, by the way. That was horrible the way we used to treat their people. Now, country, oh, look at her southern drawl. It used to be this person's dumb if they have a country accent. Now it's they're charming. And I'm glad it made that flip.
oh yeah.
Now, black people could just do that because they hear us, they think motherfucker dumb.
I pray to get that woman on the phone because they're the only ones who actually listen and like they can empathize with what I'm saying and they work that shit out for me so well. It'd be like, yes. Meanwhile, I get, Joanne from,
Yeah.
from Albany on the line. She's
Anything up
like,
north, yeah.
she's like, what? She's like, well, that's not our problem. And it's like, dude, do you want
I've
your
had
money or not?
the southern white woman too, and she ain't got to be black. Any fucking southerner is gonna take care of you. I had so many. I was calling for car insurance a few months ago, and it's and whatever else. It's always the southern white lady that seems to be so sweet to me. I had to call for my car. What not is exhaust? The test that you have to take for your car. It was a southern white chick took care of me there, and I had to
He's
go.
like, "Hey, sweetie, do you just hang back, make some
Yeah.
sweet lemonade, and I'll take care of you."
Take care of you. Oh my God, I'm so sorry that's been happening. Because I'm a jerk. I'd be like, God damn it, this is the 8th human I had to talk to. You get that southern, oh, I'm so sorry. Where you from? Oh my God, I just melt. Chicago. Just melt.
Yes. I'm always grateful to get them on. And like literally, I've hung up and then waited 10 minutes and called back before just to make sure I get that lady on the phone because damn.
I call and I tell them, do you have a supervisor? Even the chick I didn't buy insurance from, I told I want to talk to her supervisor, and she got her on the phone, and just to tell her how great the chick was. I'm like, I'm not buying your insurance. It's like 3 times higher than what I pay now. But that lady was incredible. Her name is Dorothy or whatever the fuck it was. I've done that a few times.
Yeah.
All right, let's just fucking up the topic. I've been fucking working all day. I need a mental exercise.
You do?
I do, or something,
Well, okay, well, awesome. Let's go. Let's make
He said, "Come up with something." I was
let's
actually hoping the burden be on you guys.
okay,
Uh,
okay.
let's go ahead. If you got something or something,
I'm thinking, Vibe, you got
uh,
any good topics to throw out there? Chat, throw us a good topic.
why don't you tell me about you ain't got to. This is not a debate. You ain't got to prove nothing. It's lightweight shit, but or invite you to. I don't know if you're religion or something. But lay out your best proof of God. That'll both of y'all. And I don't mean debate style. I'm not trying to battle you motherfuckers. If I was going to give my best proof, it'd be in feelings, emotion, love, weird shit.
Yeah.
All that's on the table. What's your guys' best proof that there is a God?
I actually don't mind diving into this topic. However, since we have 10th Man on, and this is his least favorite topic, I think this is.
No, go ahead. But just don't blame me.
No. We can change it if
No, do it.
Well,
No, here's the reason I say this. Oh, sorry, Beth. Go ahead. This is your show.
Oh, well, thanks. Damn. Yeah, no, I don't. 10th Man, he'll behave himself and be as respectful as he can. And the pushback is also okay. But, like, it's hard for me to lay out proof for God because it's something that's it's a personal thing, right?
That's what I'm saying. You can tell me.
I went through a crisis of faith at one point in time.
Talk to me.
And it was a struggle, because I grew up in the faith. I was indoctrinated as a child, and I found myself surrounded by hypocrites, and it was really, really damaged.
Some people never bounce back from that shit, Beth.
Right? I knew I had faith. It was just a matter of I couldn't define in what. And it was something that because I couldn't define it, I started to separate from it. And
wait. I want to make sure I understand you before you keep on.
Okay.
I think you're saying you grew up in the church with that. Even though those people let you down, you knew that you had faith and you had to go look on your own a bit.
I had to really, really get in touch with it because everything that I was taught, right? Like a perfect example. My parents always said that when we die, we have to account for everything we thought, did, and said before God, including, of course, disrespecting or disobeying your parents and things like this, right?
Right.
However, as an adult, a young adult, I had a situation where my mom had actually taken something that was very personal. I had gone to her about problems that had begun in my marriage that had me concerned, and I didn't know what to do. And rather than actually helping me, she turned it into gossip, and it really upset me.
That's like the worst thing you could have did.
It was horrible. Because it actually made the problems in my marriage way worse. Because now my husband thought I was talking.
Well, you're young marriage, because that's worse. If you're like teens or early 20s, it's even worse. Because
I met my former husband when I was 17.
Yeah.
And I was already a single mom. He was a single dad, but he was like 26.
Okay. All right. Go ahead with your story. But that just makes it worse for me because, say, if you got married now and, and your mom gave you advice, I'd have less sympathy for you if she, did that shit. Now, when you're, a teen or early, now you really need that shit because you're like wondering and, I need help. And
well, the other problem is that it was related to domestic violence.
I figured it was along one of the lines, yeah.
It was an extreme situation where I really was like, I've never experienced something like this before, and I don't know what to do. And the way that she turned it into gossip and talked about it to other people, they all went back to my husband, and then I had to deal with him.
I understand.
The situation just got worse and worse. And we're talking, he was already putting his hands on me at this point.
I get it. That was the worst possible thing she could have did. So you did what?
I went to her and I was like, listen, you're my mom. I'm supposed to be able to come to you about this stuff. I just want you to apologize to me and help me feel that I can still come to you. Because
this is great. You are adult enough.
That's what the Bible says to do, though, right? Is you go to your fellow Christian in private, and you have to apologize to your fellow who you've harmed before you can ask God for forgiveness for what you've done that's wrong.
That's dope.
Okay. And my mother proceeded to literally look down her nose at me with like her chin tucked up and said, God's already forgiven me. I don't need to apologize to you for anything.
You know what? I think something I want to do, and this is inspiring me right now, is I want to do an in real life podcast, and I'm going to make a bunch of signs. They're going to be picket signs that say, "Gossipers are going to hell. You're going to burn in hell if you gossip." And then I'm going to go down to the corner in Hollywood where they have
Oh, Lord.
"Gays are going to burn in hell" signs, and take all their signs and give them the gossiper signs. And because this is something that people like don't realize. And I've been meeting with my pastor weekly, and we laughed about it. And I was like, the Hollywood version of Christianity that secularists young people see is those Hollywood people, the people in Hollywood with their signs saying gays are going to burn, right? And this is somewhere where 10th Man can jump in and say, yeah, I mean, that's freaking horrible. Why would you do that? But according to our scripture, that gossip, by the way, which is in our church, I mean,
that is worse than the sin itself.
And it's not allowed.
Yeah, it's worse than the sin itself. And that's part of why I went to my mom. And that was the thing.
I'm listening, but I can't talk for a few minutes just because somebody evoked me. So I don't mean, I'll be right back.
Hey, Ted, at some point I want to watch Auto New video with you.
Ooh.
All right, go ahead. You probably go.
But so that was my problem with my mom, was it's like, and this hypocritic position was held throughout, everybody. There were different hypocrisies that I was witnessing on this level of like, I have to answer for everything before God, but she's already been forgiven. So which one is it?
You think that helped drive you away from your religious beliefs? Yeah,
it
keep
did.
going.
It absolutely drove me away, because now I'm sitting here like, well, it's got to be one. It can't be both. Which is it? Oh my God, what is it that I actually believe in, right? And you really start questioning it, and what you do see is the hypocrisy, and it turns you off. It really pulls you away when you're face to face with that, and it's really just beating on you.
I see grown people now who you bring up God and ain't no God, yo sky God. It's all they had a moment like you just had, and they never recovered.
Exactly. And that was the thing, was I got to a point where I was very like, this went on. It took years for me to connect with God in my own way and experience like real, true, like,
you said it took years.
That's something, I keep saying like Dusty is just one happenstance, one miracle that can be something so small away from actually having faith. And that's really how it goes.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Because to my knowledge, Dusty don't believe, and anybody that speak God around him, he damn near kick him down a flight of stairs. Are you saying that he's good? What are you saying about him? Are you saying that he helped with your religious belief? Yeah.
I say that Dusty walks the walk.
Yeah.
He walks the Christian walk better than most self-proclaimed Christians.
Clearly he's found, he's found Jesus and all of that shit, even though he don't
I'm not.
He hasn't found Jesus.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay, I'm not saying
I know so.
I'm not saying that. But
God damn.
What I'm saying is that the way that he is, his personality, the way he stands on truth, the way that he speaks on
that's
truth,
the Jesus I'm talking about.
But like when it comes down to like the person of Jesus and the being of God.
Oh God, no.
I believe that Dusty knows that there has to be something greater. This isn't a giant coincidence. Yeah. But that is the part that he's not connected with yet. But if you took just how he is, okay, I think that he walks the walk better than most self-proclaimed Christians do today.
Vibe, has 10th found Jesus?
No.
God dog it. What do you got to do? Because both of these
You're adorable.
Both of these guys act out, but they got what Beth is talking about.
Hey, I mean, this is something. I am very.
Who are you to tell me what?
No. Let him answer. I mean,
well, okay.
10th Man.
No, go ahead. We'll get to other stuff later.
I don't think you have from our conversations, and I actually love having conversations with you. When I saw a conversation with 10th Man, I'm like, I haven't talked to him for a while. I always enjoy our conversations.
I'm so glad everybody likes
And
my
with
man.
Dusty,
I'm so happy
when I
for
also
him.
say no, he hasn't found Jesus. Anything I say on a panel, I'm very careful about. Like, if he were to jump up here right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he did in his Pope hat, he'd probably actually confer with me
We've
and
said
say,
his name
yes,
enough.
Vibe
like-
is right. I try to say things that I believe they
Wait,
would also
Bob.
back.
I want to make sure we're communicating here. I know that he thinks Jesus never existed or is a charlatan, hates the guy. If you even bring up religion around him, he acts out. I'm aware of that. And I know
Actually, I would
he
disagree
thinks
with you
there
on
is
that.
no such thing and all of
I
that
would
stuff.
argue with that. I've had conversations with Dusty where he's actually like probed like what it is I believe, why I believe that way, and all of that. And actually, it was a very refreshing conversation, and it left me smiling. If you go back to Vibes, the very first show of the Bible study, the very first episode of it, Vibe had us go through and explain where we are in what we believe. And Dusty actually left me smiling
It's
because
good.
I don't think he's as far off as maybe he even, thinks he might be. If
Why
that
do you think he's?
See, but-
It does make sense. Go ahead, sir.
No, it's just I've said the exact same thing about a lot of dudes that said they were straight too, right? And I'm like, yeah, right. When his girlfriend breaks up with him, that's what what you're saying
About Dusty.
No, what
sounds
I'm
like when I
saying-
say that. No,
Okay,
that's
but-
exactly. But to me, my personal experience. So I just say, like, I get what you're saying, and I'm not saying that that's what you're saying, but
Do you
that's how
think
it
he
sounds
found-
to me.
Did he find Jesus 10th? And I hope you understand what I'm saying. I am not. I get that he don't even believe in religion, but I'm counting Jesus as forgiving. Whatever it is, that thing that people find when they become moral,
hang on,
Yes.
hang on,
chase
hang on.
truth or whatever.
I do believe
Hang
that.
on.
Yes.
Hang on a second. So there is, and this is where I want to make the distinguishment with you, Joe.
Yeah.
There is the historical figure that is called Jesus.
Right.
But then there is the part of faith where it is a mindset and a behavior that those who have faith in God and believe in God, like, this is the path of righteousness, right?
Right.
I think that when it comes down to Dusty, if you look at how he is, how he exclude, of course, he acts out sometimes. We all do because we're human.
Yeah.
Even Jesus.
That's why I threw 10th
the
in there. He's a
historical
good
Jesus
guy, but he
flipped
acts out
tables.
endlessly. That's why I threw
The
his name in
historical
there.
Jesus flipped tables and chased people out with a fucking whip.
Yeah.
Okay, and he
Yes.
literally, for the time period, he cussed out a group of freaking rabbis. Okay, so
Yeah.
when you look at Dusty,
It was Dusty-esque
he's
behavior.
on a righteous path. He just doesn't have that connection, that full connection
Vibe, why is she
on a
wrong?
righteous path, in my opinion.
Why is she wrong, Vibe?
Well, so if we go back to the original question, right? Like, prove God to you, and I'll come back to that. But this does lead up to that, and I don't think she's wrong. I saw that in him as well, because when I brought him up to my Bible study, I assumed he was an atheist, and he actually made many concessions of where he's seen when he does something that he doesn't understand does happen. However, he also argues that drugs should be legal. I think he's pretty open about that.
And no
he's
man.
not living the Christian life, so it doesn't fit his moral and his personal actions. And he's also seen what 10th Man has seen, and Beth has seen, and I've seen, to be brutally honest, where religion has hurt people. It's made them not fit in. It made them feel that was wrong for one reason or that they were worthless, right? It shut them down.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
he is against that hierarchy. He's against the hierarchy
Yes.
of religion making people feel bad. I think 10th
So
Man,
far,
I'd
I'm
love
with you
10th Man to speak up here
1,000%.
too, because I think
I'm
that's
with you.
also 10th Man's argument, right? So I'm not saying that's
A little
wrong.
more complicated than that, but you go ahead, Joe. I'll get in here. Don't you worry.
No. I'm just letting Vibe know that so far I understand you. Continue. And I agree with you. Continue.
Yeah, no,
You
I mean,
said-
that-
You were telling me about how I'm not sure what you were telling me. You were going to be about whether Dusty found Jesus or not, and it somehow led into proof for God. Is
well,
what you were
and I
saying.
don't think he found Jesus, and I'm sure if he jumped up
What's
from
up,
his standpoint
Sarah?
right now, he would also agree.
Hey, girl.
Right. And 10th man, I didn't mean to put words in your mouth when I said I
No,
don't
you're
think you did
fine.
either.
You're fine. You're fine.
You were on the panel, so I figured if you did, you'd say
Yeah.
you're wrong, vibe. I did find Jesus.
Vibe.
I
Is
know
that
who that
tomato, Sarah? That you just said hi to?
Yes.
Okay, Vibe. Has Sarah found Jesus?
The Raging Tomato?
Yeah.
She seems to claim that, yes.
Oh, look at you ducking dodge. You be girl. I don't want to get excited here. You got to be careful. You don't get me excited.
I mean,
I'll
from what
ask you
I've
again.
seen of her talking and debating, she seems to have conformed to those. And I don't think I ever saw an episode where she's like, I have confirmed that. So I don't want to put words in her mouth either.
I didn't ask you for her opinion, right? When I asked you about Dusty, I'm sorry, but you didn't give me Dusty's opinion. You knew I wasn't asking for Dusty's opinion. You immediately said he hasn't found him.
Yeah,
Your
because he said
opinion of
that.
whether he found him or
said
not.
that. I made
I
a point.
thought you would
that
give me your
I
opinion.
haven't heard Sarah say yes or no. I have heard
Who cares?
Dusty
I could
say
ask
no.
her. I'm asking you your opinion of her. I could ask her if she found Jesus or not. I'm asking you, in your opinion, has Dusty found Jesus? Has Sarah found Jesus? Has 10th found Jesus?
Okay, so I believe that both Tethman and Dusty have confirmed.
Why do you keep
online,
telling me
and I
their
can go back,
opinions?
Joe,
that they have
Joe,
not.
the reason why is because as Christians, really we're not supposed to make those assumptions or those decisions. We don't know the heart of the man next to us.
I know
Right.
you
Jesus.
don't
I already
know.
told you guys. Jesus writes all my jokes. Prove me right.
So I mean, I think where you're going, Joe, is that you're trying to say, do I know if somebody is actually in God's heart or not? And no, I don't. Right? I
we
can't.
know.
I'm
I'm
not the one
smart
that can
enough to
control
know that. I'm
I can
smart
only
enough to
tell
know
you what
that.
I've heard.
Wait.
other people
No,
say,
that's
whether
not
they
what
did
I'm
or not.
asking. Okay. First of all, I don't expect you to know, right? Your guess is as good as mine. I want
agree.
your weak, fable, caveman ass guess as to whether this dude is following what we know as Christ or not.
I mean, from what I've heard him say, he says no.
I don't care what he says. I could ask him. Are you trolling me at this point?
Well,
Who? Are you guys arguing about me or Dusty?
okay.
No,
Whatever.
that's
I
the thing
keep
is,
asking him his opinion, and he tells me what Dusty and
can't.
Sarah says. What is that? What
I'm
are
not
you
a-
doing?
I'm not in the world to give it opinions on whether somebody found Christ or not.
Joe.
it's a matter of, look, that's the thing is when people do establish that kind of faith, right? I mean,
Fuck that.
for all-
Excuse me, Beth. Fuck it. I'm gonna step on a limb. Clearly, Sarah's found Jesus. This is my opinion. I'm not God. I could be proven wrong. I know that. I don't need a bunch of fucking shit written down to let people know I can be wrong. But from what I've observed at my age of running to all these people, clearly Sarah's found Jesus. Meaning, mercy, forgiveness. She wouldn't want to see no one to hate. Whatever the fuck Jesus vibrates that, she's found it. I'm confident saying that. I don't feel like I sinned and crossed no line.
Now that's fair, okay? And that's something that I think when you put it that way, like, do these people exhibit the
Yes.
traits?
Yes,
right?
just help me rephrase it. So yeah,
That changes the question.
thank you. I didn't
because
right.
a person can absolutely exhibit those traits and
Yes.
show that all of
Yes,
that, great.
that's
all
the
of them.
opinion I'm asking for.
However, on the same note, when it comes down to like finding Jesus, are they saved? Are they born again? Are they whatever? That's not something.
Oh,
that
I don't think I was talking
or
about that. I
myself
don't even.
or
I'm not
any
even. I've never even been in a church. I've never been in a church,
Yeah.
so I don't even know about
that
that.
stuff, like, actually, like, I don't know. Just because you have the fruits and you walk the walk and you actually exhibit those things
That's what I'm
does
asking.
not mean that you pray to God.
Okay, very good. Maybe you can vibe. Thought I was talking
Yeah,
Christian
my
language.
homegirl.
I hope there's
Dang.
some feminine. And Hamza, hey
I mean,
girl.
this is what's
Dang, I
crazy. This
heard
is
Joe
this is
starting to
the. I
lose
mean,
his
Beth
Jesus, so I had to
made a
jump up.
better explanation than I
Yeah,
did, right?
bump our Hamza up too. Bump up
It's
volume up.
okay, vibe. Look, that's also because I've had like I've already gone through a massive crisis of faith, right? Where, I had to get in touch with that and actually know what it is that I believe in and why I believe in it. It's hard to explain why I believe in it and where that connection came from. It's kind of hard for me to put it out there because it's a super personal situation where, like, the only reason why I'm here talking to any of you right now was the hand of God intervening in my life.
Right.
And it sounds so far out there, people fucking call me insane. Um,
But you
but
don't have to.
I mean,
Okay.
to Joe's point too, right? Like, I
Right.
also feel like Sarah has found Jesus. I
Thank
feel
you.
like Tenth Man and Dusty haven't. However, I
Okay.
don't
I love
know.
that.
I don't
I
know.
know,
I'm
but I
only.
appreciate the honesty. Thank you. I'm about to slip my own throat over here. I thought I was speaking
Well,
different language or
hold on.
something. Go ahead.
I mean, who knows? Maybe
they may have.
Dusty is, and he's a secret Christian in the background, and he does this for the show. I don't know, right? I don't know what is in
He's not,
somebody's personal heart, right?
I don't know. I
Beth,
don't mind
you,
stepping out
me,
and
anybody on
judging
this
niggas.
panel does not know what is in anybody's personal
We
heart,
don't
right?
really know, but I know that you're a caveman. You're a week away from primordial ooze. I'm not looking to you for answers. I'm only interested in your opinion and what you see. You don't have to
Well,
give
you
me a
are looking to me
disclaimer.
for answers, this
You don't.
caveman, because you keep on asking me questions, and I keep on answering them. So
I don't
that
think
is not
Dusty
true.
is Christian, but I do think he exudes a lot of the virtues that might
Yes.
be missing in Christianity today, such as enormous amount of courage. That's something that I had a struggle within my own Christian walk, was
That's
like
God
the
stuff.
lack of courage.
Yeah, that's
You
God
know,
stuff.
yeah. I
What
mean,
about the other stuff, Hamza? In the spirit that Beth rephrased my question, not that has he
Yeah,
been
that's what
baptized in
she's
weird
talking.
religious stuff. I mean, she gave one example, the courage. Does he exhibit others? Has Flo found other things along that route?
well, he has many virtues that make him
Yeah,
popular, but I
very good.
don't
Like
necessarily
I said,
know that you associate those with the religion, because I mean the Stoics had virtues, the
Yeah,
Spartans had virtues, so there's a lot of things we can take from multitudes of cultures that they did things well.
I think
exactly.
my interpretation of Jesus is fucking up the conversation because I've never think of Jesus or whatever Catholics or religious people do. To me, he is a vibrant. He's love. He is mercy. He is unconditional love. He is wanting to see other people, feel good. All of those things, I think, is a vibration that people have named Jesus, and most of it is their baggage. So I feel like a guy who's never even heard the guy's name, if he's a good dad, a good brother and son, and all of these things, take care of his village or whatever it is, or he never heard this guy's name, he's found Jesus. You don't know nothing about his name, Christian or anything, if such a place exists. But by my shit here, I'm saying that he's found Jesus. That's what I was categorizing Jesus at. Maybe I'm yelling at y'all too much
Gotcha.
because we got different
So going back to
Jesus.
your original question, which was like, how could we prove this whole thing to you, right? So
Yeah.
if you look at historians that are secularists, don't believe in Christianity or any religion, or
Yes.
you look at Christians or even Muslims,
Yes.
they all agree. Well, maybe 99%, not all, 99% all agree that Jesus existed.
I agree.
So,
He crosses more religions than any other character. I would agree. Yeah.
but there, just because somebody existed doesn't make them divine, right? We all agree that Plato existed as well. That doesn't make him Jesus, right? So just because historians prove this doesn't make that a fact, right? Or it doesn't make it, it doesn't make them divine. So I don't think you can argue with me that Jesus didn't exist. What you can argue with me on is that maybe Jesus wasn't divine, right? That is the crux of the argument.
Yeah. There's about one
the
point.
first
What is it?
council of Nicaea was about, because there were plenty of Christians who didn't think he was divine.
Isn't there 2 billion Muslims that would argue that Christ was not Jesus, God's son?
No, they
They
would.
would-
Oh, okay,
He was a
you're
prophet.
actually making my point here, right? They
I'm just
actually,
saying.
the Muslims also agree that Jesus existed, right? So what I'm trying to do
I
is bring
understand.
everybody to a consensus here that we all agree with the facts, even the Muslims, and the Muslims look at Jesus as a prophet.
Right.
That we all agree that it's pretty undeniable. There's a 1% chance that maybe Jesus wasn't a real person. Now, I'm not claiming in this particular statement that Jesus is son's God. I'm only making the claim that Jesus existed. Does anybody disagree with me on that?
I'll give you a maybe.
I
Okay,
think
so you might be on that
Yeah, maybe.
1%, where the 99% of even people in theology and all the people outside of theology see the historical evidence that this was somebody documented in religious and non-religious documents that existed.
more in religious. I've looked for
Yeah,
non-religious.
it's
I've only
not in the
found
non-religious.
well, one was pretty good evidence. Some dude.
Well, and across
don't-
multiple
That was
religions, right?
50
That didn't even
years
back
after.
their religion.
That was
Well-
50 years after he died, though. The first one that was written that was from a non-religious perspective, the Roman.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
that's the
let-
cat. I'm
let's
sure we're talking about
let's
the
change
same
the
cat.
debate to Socrates then, right? Socrates
about
never wrote anything. It was his
Yeah, he
his
did.
apprentice Plato
Okay.
that wrote about Socrates, right? And everybody's so willing to jump on the boat on the boat that Socrates actually existed.
I
But
dig it.
Socrates
I
could
love
have
it.
been a made up thing from Plato.
Damn, that'd be
Socrates
hard
did write,
though.
though. He wrote poetry his last week of life. So, yeah, he did write.
No, Socrates didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, your point still, I still get your point. People
Yeah.
are willing to believe Socrates existed. Let's assume he didn't write. Plato wrote for him. But don't want to give Jesus that same consideration. And we could understand why, because if you attach yourself to him, it's not like saying Plato is real or not. You say Jesus is real, you better
And I
swell up
say
your
that because
chest.
historians that even are not Christian, Catholic, or believe in God actually back this, right? This is not a Christian thing. They look at the facts of history, and it wasn't that long ago, right? It was actually less long ago than Plato and Socrates, right?
Yeah,
And
but
they,
hold on.
They have all come to a common consensus that there was a man named Jesus that had an
Yes.
influence on the world. Now, you can be that 1% and say, you know what, this person didn't exist. And by the way, I'm not making the claim in this particular argument I'm making right now that he is the Son of God. I'm just saying I'm making the argument that he existed, right? That's it. I'm not saying he was the Son of God. Now we can take
And you're
take a
talking
step
about
after
the
that
man.
if you guys want to
Man.
agree with that.
Because you're doing the same thing that we were watching. Me and Rob Noor had the discussion about light-skinned and dark-skinned and all that earlier from Speakeasies. So no, because you don't get to set the parameter. And I'm not being a dick. I'm just saying, by you saying that automatically, right? You've now set the parameters of the conversation. Jesus existed. Otherwise, you're the other, right? You're setting up the entire paradigm from the beginning so that you can't lose.
I wouldn't say that.
No,
He
actually,
add-
that's not true.
Yes, you are.
He's-
Yes, you are.
He left
Let me
room
ex-
and
can I
said
explain
that
why?
there's a percentage of people who don't believe him. Which one are you? Do you or don't?
Can I explain why I'm actually not setting up my next one? I'm setting up for me to lose. This one, I'm just saying, if you look at his history and you look at the consensus worldwide, the consensus is this man existed. Now, there are three things that this guy could have been. He could have been a sociopath, and he could have been just way super intelligent with high IQ and understood how humanity should be and not the Son of God. Or the third option could be if we accepted that he existed, because right now we're still just debating whether he existed or not, right? If we get to that point, like
I
I'm trying to
think you
get to the
just
point
moved
that
it to. He
everybody
existed when
everybody
you
pretty much
started this.
concedes that he existed. Now there are many
Okay,
scenarios,
okay, wait.
right?
Listen,
that
no,
do
wait,
not
wait,
prove
wait,
God
please,
because he
Ryan,
existed.
please wait, because I think I got to say this to forward the conversation. it sounds like you're saying that as long as we agree he existed, let's talk about this. Can we say if he existed, then this happened? Because we haven't agreed that he existed. I don't even agree that that 1% or something like that is the only people who don't believe he actually existed. But I don't want to
Oh,
argue
yeah,
that. I
there's
want to hear your
more than
point.
that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty important if you want to move to the next point to actually concede that he existed. Now, we can debate whether he was
Okay,
a
well, let's give
sociopath
that. We
Even
can
on
do the
or a
first.
hypothetical
genius
level.
or whatever
Go
that
ahead.
is.
We can do
But
the
I
first
think
part.
before you even move to the next point, if you're not willing to accept 99% of the world, even if they're secular, atheist, agnostic, or religious, all accept that he lives, and you're in that 1%, then I don't want to have the conversation
I'm
with
not.
you.
I'm not in that 1%. And I could give a fuck less, right? If you want to do that shit, nigga, we can wrestle. But I'm not in that 1%. I believe he did exist as a man. But I don't believe it's so certain and consensus agreement, because just by the people I talk to, which is a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people say he probably never existed. You can't find him in history. I run around fighting the argument that there is proof that he existed too many times for only 1% of the people believe that he didn't exist. That's my evidence.
That's true. I believe the statistic's much higher than 1%. I mean, if you're talking about in the US, maybe, but I mean, there's plenty of the world that doesn't even know about Christianity that are just like remote tribes that aren't involved at all. So, yeah, I don't know if that's what less, yeah, what's the next point though?
Well, you kind of shifted the goalpost there, where it's like, yeah, we're supposed to spread this to everybody, right? And the whole idea that somebody doesn't know about Christ, where are they going?
Well, I don't really think about him. But I
So-
mean, if your assumption is true, we're not going to debate the statistics because statistics can lie. But what is the next point that you want to build upon?
Well, this has just been a long argument through history, right? And now I'm just taking the consensus of all academics, right? And I haven't put as much time and research into this. They have put tons of research into it. Tons of people have tried to disprove him. And the academic consensus is that he existed, right? He may have just been a man. He may have nothing to do with God or God existing, right? But the academic consensus worldwide is that this guy existed. That was
you
my
just
first
threw
argument.
academic in. You
Yeah,
didn't
you threw
throw
the
in.
academic. You
Yeah,
didn't do the
yeah, that's a
academic
little
at
different.
first.
Yeah,
That's an
right.
That's
appeal
very,
to
very different.
authority.
That is true.
Most
No, I mean, you
most
guys can
people in
look
the
this up.
U.S. and the
Hey, trust me. I did a lot of research on
Hey,
this
bro.
too.
I'm just
And-
googling it. It says also in the U.S. also most people in the U.S. also believe he was a real person. A significant portion of the public, particularly in some other countries like the UK, expressed doubt of uncertainty that he was a real person.
Yes.
So among regular people, there is a chunk at least that doubt it. Can we? Why?
Right.
Why do we have to
What do
change
you mean?
that to move on to the second part of the conversation?
Right. That's not moving the goalpost. It's just not establishing the foundation you may want to, but maybe the second point is more valid or has something more illuminating. I'm not
And
sure
I
where
didn't
it's
like
going.
if we move to your second point. The first one was he's a sociopath, and I don't see how anyone could even consider that shit because he was
Yeah, I
too
don't see
soft
that.
to be a sociopath.
Yeah, I mean, my only point when I was making those things is just saying, hey, can we at least all agree that he was a man? And then let's go into whether he was actually the son of God. That was going to be the second premise. However, my kids are, and Beth knows this, I always have to bow out of these discussions, are banging on my door because they're itchy. And I have to take care of them first over you guys. So I apologize to bow
Understandable.
out, but I do have to bow
No,
out.
do your thing, man, and that's a worthy cause. Damn it,
Yeah.
you have been given leave.
All right.
Absolutely. Take care, Bob.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, man. Shit, it was something. What I forgot where we was going. Hems up when you popped up.
I don't know.
Like,
It's just really weird cult
Shit.
speak
Sorry, guys.
that I don't like. Sorry, go ahead, Amisha.
I stepped away. Vibes. Sorry, I missed you leaving. My bad. I'm trying to get my wood
he
stove going.
rage quit. Don't feel sorry for him.
Is that what happened? I missed
No,
it.
no, that's not what
No,
happened.
he's
You
snoozing.
had to see his kids.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
I called him the F
Yeah,
word,
yeah,
and he
the
said
F
that's
Oh,
word.
ironic. And
man, I
He
knew
said
y'all were gonna
hard
take down
R.
my shit. I just got guys. It's getting cold. Can I get
Showed his
4 minutes
cock.
to finish lighting this fire? You
What
guys
about
good
his
to
cock?
Vibe
hang?
is hung like a pony.
Yeah, he showed his cock while you were gone, Beth.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
The
Behave
acorn
yourself
bound
for
us.
4 minutes, please. Okay,
All right, do that.
keep talking. You're
All
good.
right, all right. Him's fuck. I'm trying to remember before Vibe just totally dragged the conversation somewhere. When the Hemsa
I
pops
don't
up,
know.
I'll
You
let
said
it.
something about Otto. You wanted to talk about Otto's
Yeah,
video.
yeah,
I can
yeah.
start up a show tomorrow if you'd like.
No. God knows what I'll be doing tomorrow, right?
Okay, so we'll pause that. We can do that anytime.
We can still pull up the auto shit for when Beth get back.
I don't know if she wants to do that. That's not what we're doing. But if she wants, then I'll do whatever. Now, but I will ask you about something that we touched on at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
But Josh completely derailed it. He didn't want to talk about reality. He wanted to talk about his fantasy world, and maybe what I'm talking about is fantasy world too. But it was a supposedly it's James Freeman's lawyer, right? And he put out the video about that from the actual legislation that was signed about qualified immunity, that there was a paragraph left out that actually is the supremacy clause that states that no state law makes you immune from this. And he's
What are you
saying that for
discussing?
150, have you seen the video? For 150 years that qualified immunity has been being misapplied.
I have not seen that video. Who has it
No.
up?
Yeah. It's I'll put a link in the private chat. One sec.
Okay. I can't access it. If I do, it'll snatch me away from the
I'll
stage.
text it to you within the
There you
next
go.
24 hours.
All right, man. Okay. You said it's on Freeman? No, you said it's Freeman's lawyer.
No, it's his lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
Yeah.
we won't worry about it.
Me. No, that does interest me to no fucking end. Are you shitting me?
Well, here's the problem with it, though, Joe, is that even if it was in the original thing, right?
Right.
There have been Supreme Court decisions after that would then,
But they were based on that.
as long as they address it, it would disqualify it, though.
If
And
they
so then
address
they'd have
it.
to overturn
No.
their own rules.
If they address it,
No.
he's saying that no one has addressed it. I think he's
Correct. No, that they see you. Beth only watched seconds of the video, and
Yeah,
no shade to you, Beth.
both.
I get. So multiple judges, including I believe Thomas, Supreme Court Justice Thomas, has written dissenting opinions saying, and he's one of the higher judges, but numerous judges have stated that the law has been misapplied.
Interesting. I'm interested.
And listen, I
Just
am
saying.
all for it. I believe that those who enforce the law need to be watched because they are not above the law as they think they are in some cases.
I think they don't just need to be watched. I think they need to be punished. Like they say, we're held to a higher standard. That punishment should reflect that. If a guy gets 5 years for stealing, a cop should get 10. And now, suddenly, I don't know. I think that changes shit. Now he's holding accountable. Now I don't feel so bad.
You mean that you actually do an investigation before you arrest people?
Yeah, that.
I apologize, Beth.
Yes.
No, I was agreeing with you. I was just saying, with great, power comes great responsibility, and yes,
right.
It needs to be reflective of that.
Well, that is an adorable analogy to Spider-Man, and I'm not throwing shade, but what it actually is
it sure was.
I know, but like I can show you dozens upon dozens, if not hundreds of videos where like when OG was up here earlier, perfect example. And when the cop went into internal affairs for sticking his finger inside of the guy's bumhole, And the guy
Ooh.
said, but I found tons of drugs like that in the past. As if that was
I
a
forgot
defense
all
to what he
about
did.
that. And was still on, he doubled down. That's right. I forgot
Yeah,
about
so he
that.
implicated himself.
So you don't understand. This is a great law enforcement tool that we need to capitalize, sticking our fingers in people's assholes out on the street randomly. We
Qualified
need
immunity.
Wow.
Right? Qualified immunity. Just might as well do it
I
anyway.
saw that one and I agree with the position that yeah, that shit is wrong. I think that should be charged as an SA, especially since he didn't find anything. Yeah, the
Oh,
whole
that was
thing's
dope. That was
fucked up.
Tense angle too
That
when we
was
saw
cool.
the vid. Tense said live.
Right.
Beth,
Yes,
can we
sir.
watch a video, or at least just part of a video?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you. All right. This is mostly 10th. You know, me and you will probably be pros at this. So let's give Beth and Hamza the first crack at
Are you talking about how recent?
the last video he
I
posted
like full
today.
share.
Oh,
you
Jesus. Did he get
posted
arrested
today.
again?
Awesome, everybody. We get the first look for another
Yeah.
channel.
Actually,
Did he get arrested again?
did he
You
get
want to
arrested?
share it in the back, or are you going to send me the? Oh, okay. I'll go to your. You said it's on your channel.
Auto to watch though. Actually, I was assuming 10th to be really on top of shit like this. I was just
Give me a
assuming
second. I'll get it for you.
I'm
yeah, I was
getting it. I'm
assuming.
getting it.
I
I thought he already sent it to you or something.
Like, no.
Nope. Okay. You
Auto
said
to watch
put it
though.
up
Yeah,
today.
so Joe,
Yeah.
and I know I've mentioned this once or twice. I apologize, Beth. Go ahead.
No, she was just asking if he put it up today. I think it was
Oh,
today.
yeah,
He sent it to me.
I'm on my way
private.
there, Beth. I'll get you
Oh,
a
it's
link.
not on. It's not up.
Auto.
Nope,
The
5 days. He
watchdog.
must have took it down. He must have took it down,
Wait.
Joe.
Are
5
you
days
shitting
ago.
me? No,
Yeah.
hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I'm sure the newest
gone.
video
Oh,
up is a month old.
all right, hold on. I got he sent me the private link. Maybe he
Oh,
reprivate it.
okay.
You're not
Uh,
spurging.
Yeah, you might have to send me that link, sweetheart.
All right, I'm gonna send it to. I got
If
your
you
number,
can't
Beth?
do it, text me, and then I'll put it in the backstage for her.
Yeah, there you go. Because I can't put it in the backstage
Yeah.
from my phone.
I used to be
Text
Joe's
you.
operator for years.
You're
Text you,
awesome.
10.
Thank you, gentlemen. Ahimsa, how's your day going, sweetheart?
Great. Great.
There you go, 10. All right. So what this is a guy holding a sign, and he is doing a lot of stuff we was just talking about, and the cops should they be punished. I want to know if you guys see what me and 10th Man sees. This is man. You know, I love this guy. He's a really good friend. He's in Texas. I just went stayed with him a couple days a couple weeks ago.
I remember when you went to Texas.
Yes, he's one of the guys. He's the last guy I saw in Texas. Him and friends in Cold. 10th probably knows that is. I went and saw them the last couple of days.
I like Texas.
He's so fucking smart and talented and all of that shit and skilled. And but he was doing it before me. Right, he's a guy I looked up to, but he's been out of it for years. He got into it with the cops. It was just a crazy story. Matter of fact, he'll allude to it in the video. He'll talk a little bit about it. And so he just restarted. I mean, like super just within months. And so he doesn't really have his footing, and he really likes me. I'm probably the one because we spent so much time together in Colorado.
Link backstage.
They got him wanting to get it restarted, so he really appreciates my opinion, and he really thinks I got a good opinion on these things, and he sent it to me when he did it, and his words were, "I think this was God dog it, where's my phone? Or something work of art." I'm not.
See, he was a mod in my channel for a long time because he would come along with you, right? And I might have took his wrench, but not on purpose or anything. Like I who knows with the years, right? But I'm blocked on his channel.
Hey, buddy,
I mentioned it
believe
before,
I put
but
together my greatest piece of cinematic art to date with an
All right.
exclamation point. He couldn't wait to send me this vid, and it was still unlisted and shit when he sent it. So he's proud of it, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of him.
Share.
All this shit's like next level shit that he's doing in this video. The average person, if you don't know the game, it might read different. To me, I'm like, oh my God, he's brilliant. Somebody else might think that's something else.
All right.
You said a sound. We don't have sound yet.
Oh shit, my bad, my bad.
Hey, I'd like to file a complaint about a guy down there at the 11 and Broadway standing in Depot parking lot with a sign. It's vulgar.
Okay. Yeah. They're
Vulgar
there right now.
sign.
Oh, okay, good. I hate to make more work for you, but
It's entrapment. He's trying to get us to come after him.
Look where he's trying. He's gonna have us going in circles. Hey, stay right there.
He said, no, thank you.
Hey, stop.
He said, no.
Hey, come here.
Hey, pause.
407, just be advised.
Come on. There we go.
Yeah. By now, I had already texted him and told him this is the funniest shit I've ever seen. What do y'all see him doing right now?
Removing
Walking down the
himself from
road.
the situation. Yeah.
Yes.
He's
every
walking down the
time-
road.
Yes.
He's not
and he
even
is,
showing a sign. He's walking away.
yes. And he keeps crossing the street. Every time they cross, he crosses. He's in the same intersection.
It's
making them
wonderful.
follow him. This is
Civil
hilarious, right?
disobedience, yeah. It's funny.
And this is
why
why
are they
he's
trying to get him
This is why
for?
he's exactly. This is why he is so smart. Until they say you are detained or under arrest, he doesn't have to stop. He knows it. Until they say the magic words, he's walking them like pets or something. This is hilarious to me. All right.
Yes, it's magnificent.
It's perfect.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
The Riddle running, trying to get away from us.
They're in hot pursuit.
I love it. And he's just going in circles in the intersection. This is so silly.
You have it? We have, hey, listen, hey, stop.
Well, stay away from me a little bit.
Yeah, you're fine. So we have the signs right here, the ordinance. You can't have your sign.
Excuse me, sir. Can I see your signs, please?
No, thank you. I don't consent to such.
No, thank you.
I'm not trying to start
Well, I don't want to.
He's polite as well.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and give you a copy of our city ordinance that states, hold on, there's lots of video of you and pictures of you holding a sign that says F, bad cops, and that is, yes, sir. So,
No, I don't accept.
well, it's okay, let me read it to you.
Okay.
It's a nuisance sign, anything that
I can't
annoys,
listen to both of you.
anything that annoys, disturbs, which contains statements, words, or pictures of obscene, indecent, or immoral character. So
Okay.
that is 3-11-03.
Is that a city ordinance?
Yes, sir.
Oh, fantastic.
So just so that you know, you
Can you push
cannot,
that button, please?
Nope.
you
Can I
cannot
push
have
that
that
button?
sign. It's already
Oh,
gone.
good. Thank you.
Hey, so we're not gonna sit here and keep walking in circles.
All we're asking,
You done did it 5 times
no,
already.
sir. All thing we're asking is you cannot have the obscene sign.
That's like 6.
Hey, so here's the thing. So if you don't take that sign and put it up, we're gonna cite you.
This is the funniest part is that they're calling it obscene because what? The F word.
F
Fuck.
word.
Yes.
Fuck. Those cops say fuck at least 100 times a day. I
Yes.
don't even want to hear it. It's
Yeah.
cope. It's bullshit. That's
Yeah, but that's
pathetic.
Texas. That's Texas. When my kids went to school in Texas, they had to say yes, ma'am, and yes, sir in school, and that was
Yeah,
their
right.
school. They
That's
have
a good
manners
point.
there, and they don't like that kind of
That's
stuff.
a
out on
great
their-
point. You're right.
out
They're
in
still
their-
polite and shit out
Yeah,
there.
they are. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, but you can't tell me that they don't cuss
I'm not
themselves.
saying that. I would never say that. I swore in my own home when I was in Texas. So yeah, there's lots of people who swear, but insofar as out in public and obscenity laws, they do have those in Texas,
And I get your
especially
point.
small towns.
They'd be more sensitive in Texas, like as opposed to here. You can your cop
Yeah,
has never threatened me
exactly.
with that shit, right? It's not
Yeah,
even
Chicago,
there,
New
right?
York, yeah, that's
Yeah,
totally different. Y'all Yankees.
right. Yeah, you know,
That's
yeah.
fair. That is an absolute fair criticism.
I'm not criticizing, I'm just saying the way it is in Texas.
Criticism isn't a bad thing, though. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
like, yeah, I don't see criticism as being bad. That's something
That's a
else
sign of
like
intelligence.
weird
Yeah.
with society, right? Like,
Yeah.
if I'm wrong about something, I like to be corrected.
Everybody's so fragile. It's baggage come with it. When if you criticize an intelligent person, be like, "Thank you," because I can't really see myself the way
That's
other
my
people
secret,
can.
Joe. That's my secret.
So I'm the only little snowflake on here?
That's right.
Apparently, yes.
You
Apparently,
know my
I'm kidding, I'm
you know my
kidding.
secret, right, Joe?
no, you could tell you. No.
I'm always offended.
Ah,
Oh,
buddy,
That's
buddy,
what I like
what a
about
nod
Trump.
to the
Yeah.
Hulk.
the Hulk, right? All right, it's sick out of
This is funny.
it is.
And but hold on, he could be cited right now. He just showed a sign in the intersection.
I did show a sign. Would you like to see it?
Let's see what it is.
That one is, you cannot do that. That is against another city
No,
ordinance
I
that
don't think
says
so.
you cannot do that in an intersection. Where you stood over there, that's perfectly
Okay, so
fine.
let's see what your
They
signs
did it
are.
so they
Why
couldn't
are we
see
sitting
it.
here playing these games? Let's just see what all your signs
I
you
want to
have.
show you.
Okay, well, I saw one a while ago.
Okay.
and
Oh, did you?
I did.
And you snitched on me, didn't you?
Why would I snitch?
Why would you snitch?
I saw your
Snitched
sign. We got
And what did it
multiple
say?
calls. It's F-U-C-K,
Okay.
the cops.
Okay.
You can't have that sign.
Okay.
Okay, that's the
So-
ordinance that I'm telling you about, and you just broke another ordinance by showing the sign right here.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, so it's any signs.
Didn't they ask
It's
you
any
to?
signs that you are showing, which is causing a distraction.
I don't know if they
to
asked to yet, but
traffic
they
in an
certainly are going to
intersection.
if they didn't.
Yes, sir.
I think
that
They
is
don't
did.
understand what the
another
words
ordinance.
So you understand what she's saying?
content
That is a
neutral
sign of
means.
Intersection. Up here on the sidewalk, you're fine, but when you're in the
Was I in the
intersection,
intersection?
you were.
This is considered
You're
an
being recorded?
intersection right here.
Right here, right here.
Okay. Well, I
Obviously-
wasn't in the intersection until you started chasing me. Can I go now?
We're not chasing you.
Well, you're chasing me because I'm trying to get away from you. You keep following me and telling me to stop. I don't
trying
want to
to
stop.
conduct
I want
You
to get
are
away
breaking
from
our
you.
city ordinances, and you're doing it
I
repeatedly,
don't give a
sir.
damn about your city ordinances.
Okay, that's fine. Then you don't have to be out here.
Well, then where do you want me to be?
You can be
Oh,
off. You can
Actually,
be out. No,
you know,
be out of the intersection.
when I sat down and I made this first sign right here, I was like, hey, you know what I should do? I should hang this in my closet and then shut the door. That's what I thought when I made the first sign.
Okay, I mean, you have that right.
I should hang it in the closet.
Okay.
Shut the door.
You have the right, sir. But what we're saying is, when you're breaking
But-
this city
I think they're
ordinances
happy
by
that you-
showing up scenery or being in, not in the intersection here, but even
Okay.
right here.
Oh, so
you're
not even
still
here?
breaking- Yes.
I thought this was a sidewalk.
Where's this guy
No,
from?
sir. This right here,
I couldn't hear you.
right, is the
Where's this guy from with the sign? Is he from
I don't.
California?
He's from Texas. Yeah, he's from
Really? He's
Texas.
from Texas? That's
He's
wild.
from Texas. Yeah, and he lives
And
there
just to give
again
you-
now.
Give you guys a little tiny bit of backstory. When I first came to YouTube and met Joe, my first day coming to a YouTube panel ever, and I had already watched his auditing videos previous to that. Shortly after that, this gentleman had his children taken away from him because he was out camping in like a camper on a truck or something like that, or whatever it was. And they said, "Oh, he
Yeah,
he
he
didn't
got the
have
sign, yeah.
he didn't have the right amenities for the children while he was camping." So Child Protection Services took his kids for like 18 months or some shit.
Are you shitting me?
Probably longer than that.
No. Yeah, I don't know. It was
Is he
a really
in-
long time.
Is
He
in
finally got
Fort
them
Worth?
back. I think he's suing them now. I don't know.
He
But
won the
he's been
lawsuit.
put through the ringer. Did he? Yeah.
Is
So
he in
they-
Fort-
like,
He,
is he in Fort Worth?
these
Is he-
people
No.
are terrorists.
He's he used to be I can't remember where he used to be. Right now he's in like really like he's on a farm some fucking where. I could show you like pictures of it. They got like I don't know how
But
many
it's,
acres.
I mean, because I know that the Fort Worth family courts and CPS, because I used to homeschool in Texas, and I remember I was part of like organizations to protect parents' rights, and the Fort Worth family courts were one of the worst in the state, and
I
just they
agree. Fort
were
Worth,
very happy to take the children away
yeah.
under any and everything.
It
So there
wouldn't
was a
have
real
been.
battle.
I'll check it to be sure. I don't think it would have been Fort Worth though, because like Tent said, he would travel with the family and they would you know.
I am almost positive he was in Colorado when they took his kids. Almost positive.
Oh,
That
so
dog and I
he
can
was in.
ask
That is
somebody.
wild.
So wait, was he going through a divorce and like there wasn't a
No.
No.
The
One
kids.
of
He
his
had
one of
the,
his viewers.
reported him?
Wasn't
That
it one of
makes
his
no
viewers
sense.
made a CPS complaint anonymously or some
I
nonsense?
think he was
That's
there on a live
awful.
stream or something, and they said something like he trying to kidnap the kid, or it's not his kid, or something like that. And it was. I
That's
wanted to.
evil.
Yeah, it is. When he went to court, I had wanted to make a video about it to bring attention to it. It was so sad with the kids screaming. I had to call him. It was late at night. I said, I can't do it. I can't even watch this shit. It was horrible.
So that was in
Horrible.
Colorado then.
I
Not
don't. Here, let
Texas.
me just ask somebody. I think he's always lived in Texas. I'll ask if he was in Colorado.
That's
But
insane.
Yeah, see, the same thing as what happened to Chris Ruff for public safety. And then people are like, and listen, I'm really, really hard on auditors. Like, probably one of their worst trolls ever, right? Like,
Right?
but seriously, some of these people have been so wronged
Yeah, that's
that
true.
it's you can't even, like, they broke for public safety's wife's back on an illegal raid where the cops that are, well, at least some of the cops that were involved in these illegal raids for their cop show that they wanted to do to become famous, rich and famous. And so they were literally orchestrating fake raids on people's houses and crap.
Yeah, I saw the video
And
from that one.
yeah, like this is insanity. It's absolute madness.
They live in Indiana, but that was in Kentucky where that
nah,
happened.
I don't know.
I texted
Yeah.
one of his buddies. We'll wait for it to come back.
Because I know in Kentucky they've got other. You heard about that judge that was shot by the sheriff in Chambers,
Yes.
and I
Yeah.
was like, well, that's not totally shocking. Sometimes when you get those small town insanity with everybody knows everybody, and they had a whole that case has been blown wide open where they had female prisoners having to prostitute themselves out inside the jail with that's why the sheriff supposedly shot that judge because his daughter's name was in that judge's phone
Yeah.
supposedly.
Ooh.
So I'm like, yeah, I can appreciate that one I mean, I'm not a dad, but I'm very protective mama bear, and so
Yeah, that's
I
a
can
fuck around, find
imagine.
out moment right there.
Yeah, I was like, wow, good. And it was so it wasn't just the judge, but there were like other people in the jails and stuff working this whole basic prostitution ring. You get them out, then you set them up to get back in jail. It's just almost like a caste system. It was awful. That's what I've heard. But so, I mean, I think Chris and Tiff were in Kentucky when some of that stuff happened. So I'm not
Texas. He was in Texas when they arrested him, took the kids from him.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
crazy.
All right.
Was he living in the camper or like what did that all?
No. They wherever they lived, they all had like vans and campers and shit, and they would go off for trips. And this was one they wouldn't even supposed to be camping this night, but they did it so much that this time it got so late, and they didn't make it to the house that they were going to. They pulled over and felt comfortable. He went live because he does the shit all the time. And someone was like, and he was just in a field somewhere, and it changed his life. It just changed his fucking
That's
life.
outrageous.
Yeah.
That is.
All right, let's see it. He's gonna speak to it. I don't know the videos.
That's awful.
I don't know if we're gonna watch that much of it. If not, we can fast forward
I'm
it.
enjoying it. So
He's
hey,
gonna speak to it. It's heartbreaking. Go ahead.
we got time. We got time.
I don't blame him for
It is considered an intersection which you cannot put signs. You can't have signs on code enforcement officers.
Oh, the code enforcement. Is code enforcement out of the police department here?
We are side by side with the.
Okay, so
police
you're
department.
all three police officers.
I'm a licensed officer. I'm not a police officer.
Okay, so this is code enforcement. And you agree with what she just said?
100%.
Okay, can somebody show me exactly where the sidewalk is?
Right here is not a sidewalk.
Okay.
If you want to see where a sidewalk is, this right here.
Hey, pause.
This is a
Let's keep it
sidewalk.
short.
So right here's fine.
Right here's
That
fine.
is
By the way, they
Yeah.
asked him to show the sign. So how are they going to yell
Yes,
at
they
him
did.
and showing the sign?
Yes, they did. Two things that
Yeah, about
that's
that, yeah.
very important here. One, he noticed she's code enforcement. That's why he asked her 3 times. She was like, "I am an agent," and he was like, "You're code enforcement," because that's crucial. He's thinking of court. He's thinking ahead, and what she said, you can't have a sign on the sidewalk. That perked his attention because you can protest in a sidewalk. Every fucking
That's
body
true.
in America knows that. So he's getting her to like, show me the sidewalk. Exactly where. He's thinking ahead of time. That's how this guy,
There
how
is.
smart this dude is.
Very smart. Because, the real battle will be in the courtroom.
In the court,
not
yes.
here.
All of this shit will be think in terms of court. He's that bright. Matter of fact, I can let you in on it. He's been to court 1,000,000 times over this type of shit. We've got friends who specialize in this shit and do exactly what he's doing. Go ahead.
Okay.
This one's personal though, right?
still going to be.
It is. He's back.
Actually, technically, yeah.
Okay, technically, yeah. Okay.
But you cannot display your sign that says FUCK.
Just that one.
Any signs that have
Just
any
the one
explicit
that
words
says
on it.
Anything that has
or
yeah.
obscene.
Vulgar or obscene.
Vulgar, obscene.
Can we just take a look at your sign? Okay, well, the one sign, you're not going to display it no more.
Or
Are you
nuisance.
sure about that?
I'm telling you, you're not going to
Can I
do
make
it.
a pinky promise?
He said, "You sure about that?"
Can I make a pinky promise that I won't show that sign anymore? What?
What does that one say?
I don't want to. I don't want to.
I mean, I could also ask you for your permit for filming, but I'm not trying to do that.
My permit.
Oh my God, no way.
Yes, he said that.
You do
Yes, he
actually.
did.
What a bunch of
I
idiots.
don't
I
have
just walked around
I
with your
don't. I
pen.
don't have one actually.
Hey, so I mean, why are you being so argumentative with this? Like, we're just literally
I was.
I would flat out be like, I'm here. This is my friend, and I'm taking footage of him and what he's doing, and fuck your permit. You can't. This is just a
Yeah. Yeah. Since when you need a fucking permit to
Beth.
pull out your phone?
Beth,
Yeah.
why won't you just lick my boots?
Man.
Why are you being so difficult? Just lick the boots.
Just lick them.
Because I'm a woman.
It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big
It
deal.
makes my pee hard when you lick them. Come on, baby. Fucking these weird cocksuckers.
Right.
Why are you being so difficult? It's the weirdest thing. I think it's because see, I had this argument with not for public safety. What's the guy that kind of sounds like Grover? Joe?
Grover?
Yeah. He's got a big channel.
It's not coming to me. I don't know who
I
I
you're
was
talking
just
about.
thinking about
generally specific or
No, General's got a small channel.
no. He's always over on Rogues. That's where I ran into him.
Rogues, rights,
No, right, so mad at me.
Solo,
Anyway, he's got long hair. He kind of looks a little bit like Doc.
not Ninja. You probably talking about what is that dude's name?
The
I don't
white
know.
guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't matter. So one day we were talking about auditing videos, and he said, "I just don't understand how they don't get it. It's so basic. These are basic things." And I said, "No, see, you don't understand." And I'll say the same thing I said to him about these cops. They know they're lying. They know you have the right to do what you're doing. They just don't want to get a bunch of phone calls and have to answer to whoever is going to complain to you later on about this. They just
I
want
can
the problem to
prove
go
it.
away.
I can
They
prove you're
know
not
that-
just guessing here that you know
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
they don't care what the law is. The law does not matter.
But you said
You
they
will
know.
do what they will take your life. If this camera wasn't there, they will take his life and then just write a false narrative. They have specific people in their departments that it is their job to help these cops tailor their reports in a very specific way. Furtive movements, We couldn't see
Furthest
this
movements.
angle. It was dusk and it was blah, 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 blah. There were onlookers. It was like they know the words so that when it goes to court, it makes it seem like it's logical. And it's the
100%.
same argumentation process that people like, we highlighted earlier in the earlier show. And it's like, well, if you agree that Jesus was a person that existed, right? No, I'm not starting at that premise.
Right.
We're not starting it out where you say. But that's what the cops want to do.
First thing you said, Tenth, was that, and you're right about pretty much all of that. First thing you said was that they know the law. As proof of that, if he was breaking the law, you don't follow him around the stop.
He'd already be in cuffs.
Times. He's already be in cuffs. So all this is because they know they're in the wrong. But
yes,
go ahead.
But they're gonna try to bamboozle you. They're gonna try to bamboozle you, and that's why I say, if you're in see, Otto's got the money and the know-how and the stick-to-itness and follow-through to deal with something like this if it gets out of hand. He knows there's a chance it's going to get out of hand. But are you aware what I found out earlier today, Joe? That CFW, for getting beat up by Kruger, took a plea?
I was there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was in the court. Remember?
So you know that she turned informant, right? That's the only explanation.
Is that what she said? She said no.
Why'd she fire CJ?
Some new lawyers came along with more.
Yeah, good job. Good job, guys.
Yeah, I know they were horrible.
It's almost like it was I'm telling you, and I theorized this on Hippie's channel earlier today. Hippie Auditor. I was over there with Denizen, and I just happened to show up, and they were talking about this, and I said, CFW, I believe, turned informant after the computer case where she had to take that plea. And that was part of her plea. And now she's an informant. And so she thought, because I know CFW well enough. And, I also tied it into that she's ignored me since I came back to YouTube, even though she was one of the people that asked me to come back. But then all of a sudden that happened, and then she wouldn't even return my phone calls. She gave me her phone number. First time I ever even texted her. I left her a voicemail. I'm just saying. So this is what my point is she thought, because you know how she works, she thought, oh, I'm an informant for these guys. I can push my weight around a little bit because they won't, waste their time on me. They know I'm with them. And that was the cops showing her, and this is just my theory, that was the cops showing her, nothing we hate more than a rat, and that's what you are, and you better know your place. And then they told her, you take the lawyers we say, otherwise we're going to come at you about everything, we'll destroy your life. She took those lawyers, took the plea, all her street cred's gone, but everybody's going to forgive her for it.
Yeah, but she didn't take the plea. She lost. The first one she won, I forgot what it was, and the one with Kruger she lost. I met with the lawyers too, but I watched her fight it in court, and I had to leave because they were plotting to arrest me. So I'm saying I'm really into that case, and she went through all the steps. There was none of that stuff you're talking about. I went through it with her. In fact, they threw me and Mata out.
Why were they plotting to arrest you?
Because they got really fucked up. They got fucked up. Me and a friend of mine, two friends of mine were up there, and we got into it in the courtroom with some of the sheriffs, and then they went and got the judge, and my man still wouldn't shut up, and they threw them out. The next day, she heard them. When she was with her lawyer, they went to wait somewhere. She heard them plotting to arrest me. And I had stepped out for a minute. When I came, she texted me, I missed it. When I came back in, she caught my friend's attention, and then she turned around. She was like, "Wait," well, under her breath and shit. And I looked at him, and I left, and she texted me. She was like, "They're planning to arrest you." Blah blah blah. Here, let me cam up on her. So can you big saying that
my shit? She fired CJ because she's stupid, or like what's the deal here?
When her case blew up, she thought that it was going to be a lot of money for it and all of that. Stupid. Some big wigs came in and said that they would it would take the case, blah, blah, blah. And since CJ didn't have an experience, blah, blah, blah.
Stupid.
All right. This is gonna be Otto's van. He won the money when they took his kid, and he went and bought, among other things, he bought a big ass school bus because we told you he remodels shit. He does the van life shit. This is him remodeling it after he had got his bread. That's my ex.
Nice.
He's stripped in all of that shit. That's him. That's the guy with the flag.
Hold on. Now Phoenix is your ex too, Joe?
Yeah, Phoenix is my ex too. Yeah.
Oh my God, Joe! What the fuck are you? You do the most terrible things. You're almost as bad as me.
All right, let's go back to the video, man.
This video, this small town in Texas, I looked it up. It's Winsboro. It's near Tyler. It's off of
I got family in Tyler.
Did you look up the arrest? You looked
I
up what?
looked up where he's standing. It's FM 852 and 11 where it meets 37 is in Winsboro. There's population 3,500. It's between Dallas and Texarkana, between I-20 and I-30. So
go ahead. Yes.
There you go.
I took I-20 over there. Yeah. So
That's before you start this. Like,
he was
look
in
at
Paris, Texas, the week before. If you know what that is, he did this in
that's
Paris too.
south of
Yeah.
Tyler.
Look at
because I had to close the back of my wood stove real quick. Are we
Okay.
good to go?
Just one second. Look at the look.
Wanted to say something. Yeah.
Just look at the look on that female cop's face. Just look at where it's paused right now. Just no spark of intelligence whatsoever.
Clearly,
it's Melissa McCarthy with a gun and a badge. That's what this is.
You're pretty close. All right.
Go ahead, man.
Having a good time all by myself.
We understand that we're getting multiple calls for your sign.
I'm sorry that somebody's calling you.
With vulgar language.
I'm sorry that somebody's calling you. That's a silly thing to do, isn't it?
You're disrupting the peace, disorderly conduct with it.
Disorderly conduct. Is it?
It is.
A nuisance. Is it? It's a nuisance. It's a public nuisance. I'm creating a public nuisance. Are you sure, bro?
See, he knows the terminology. He's killing
Joel
them.
was founded in 1936 by my great-grandfather, a renowned bespoke shoemaker. A solution that we
commercial.
Chat, donate to Beth's YouTube Premium.
Actually, yes, I'm 100% sure.
Yes, donate. My
Donate to
Cash App is
YouTube
up on the
Premium.
screen. Oh wait, no, it's not. Shit, I forgot. I restarted the stream. None of my
Poor
stuff is
grip.
set up.
Poor grip. And where are your grip skills, girl?
My ticker's up. Never mind.
My ticker's up too. Rare. All right.
Baby.
Causing a nuisance.
Yeah, I know what you're asking.
Any sign that's vulgar, anything like that, don't be out here displaying it. That's all we're asking, then we'll leave you alone. Well, you can't have it. It's right here, city ordinance.
Are you gonna take them from me?
We're just asking you to put them up and don't display them no more out here.
Okay. Well, I guess I can hang them in my closet as a souvenir.
If you
Have you ever heard of a man named Cohen? No, he was.
Hey, pause, please. I know we just stopped it. Good. Do you girls know where he's going?
He's going to the court case that I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. Cohen versus California. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, look at that. Look
That was the fuck the draft T-shirt, was it?
Yes.
We are in.
Yeah.
I guess that's before your time, though, isn't it? He said, "Fuck." He had a jacket that said "fuck" in a courthouse, and they arrested him for disorderly conduct. And then he fought in court for 3 years, and they won. And now that gives us the right to say "fuck" in public.
Until it offends somebody.
Until it offends somebody. So what if somebody else is preaching out here and I get offended? So if I can't have these signs, hold on, I'm going to reach in my pocket, but I'm not going to. Here, I'll show you so you're nice.
You're fine.
Right, I do have a license, but I'm not carrying right now.
You're fine.
Okay, so real nice and slow. Can I display this? Do you know what this is?
I mean, what is it?
Do you know what it is? It's a Bible.
Okay.
Can I read out of this?
You can if you want.
Okay.
What if
well,
someone gets offended?
If it offends somebody, what's going to happen to me?
He's brilliant. He's brilliant.
He literally, he just committed a crime right there by saying that.
What are you going to do then? Why are you fucking with me? If I'm not going to jail, then I don't even want to talk to you.
Okay, well then you're going to get a citation.
Why am I going to get a citation?
For violation of the city ordinance. We don't want to.
Well, then don't. If you don't want to, then don't.
That we're just asking, can you please stop with the signs? That's it. We're out here, we're playing the ordinance.
Nope.
I mean, I really like my signs, though.
I understand you like them. I
Okay.
don't have a problem with your signs. According to the ordinance.
Wait,
You're
can
not
you
gonna take
pause
them
it?
from me.
Pause,
Okay, that's
man.
good.
Can you pause real quick?
Yeah.
So he cited a court case about where you can use profanity on signs, but then they have a city ordinance. Are we going back to the supremacy clause? Which trumps, the city ordinance or the court case?
The Supreme
The
Court.
First Amendment.
That's exactly what's going on. He knows that no city ordinance can go against the court case. So it must be articulated and verbalized, which is why he's doing this dance with them. He's thinking exactly what you're thinking.
So what Supreme Court case did he reference again?
Cohen versus California. Fuck the draft. The guy wore the finger into the court. Fuck the draft, and the judge gave him a whatever you call it, and he fought it for a
Disorderly
long
conduct.
time. Yeah, but I meant to say disorderly conduct and something else that they give you. Contempt, I think, is what they gave him to.
And look what they did to George Carlin. Like let's pay attention to what's going on.
I love George Carlin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say
He was arrested.
Give me the citation. Let's fucking go.
Yes.
No. You're wrong. See that he is doing. See the courts. In order to get through qualified immunity, you have to do very specific steps. That's why he's bringing up specific court precedent. That way, after the fact, when it gets to court, they can't say the police weren't aware that this was well-established law. See, these are very important things that you have to know when you're dealing with the police. And if you don't know them, even I make mistakes. I almost got arrested twice this year already because I didn't know that we didn't have any rights in Canada. It was all a lie. When you start testing this stuff, you find out, oopsie doopsie.
By the way, we got another friend, Turner versus Driver. Batosai is his channel name. Philip Turner is his real name. And his shit went to the Supreme Court of whatever, Texas. This was in Texas too. It's funny. And look up Turner versus Driver too. You'll like that one. And they got the audio from the Supreme Court, and they say he quoted you the law. He said, "Do you know what Texas Penal Code 3802 is, which is the identified statute?" And when it went to court, it made it all the way to their Supreme Court, and the judge literally stated that we know these things. You'll hear auditors as they're being arrested or moved yelling case law. Are you familiar with 3802? You should look up so and so, because that case law will come up in court, and it would when you get lawsuit and crush the cops, blah blah blah, get y'all. This is what he specializes in. So he knows the verbiage. That's what he's asking. Is it obscene? Because vulgar is okay. Obscene is not. Obscene is hard to define. The Supreme Court says, when you see it, all that bullshit. He knows all of that. That's why he is testing.
Right, because you have to get them to say the words so that, because one man's vulgarity is another man's lyric. When you get them to say the exact opposite of what clearly established law is, you've already won.
And it goes to court, and me and my friends depose these motherfuckers left and right. It's a beautiful thing. Matter of fact, okay, we'll worry about that later. But yes, this is
the pink camera magic one was the best ever.
That was a great one.
Turner
There's another one
versus Driver was in Fort Worth.
Yeah. I went over his crib.
You're talking about the Jeff Gray one. That's the best one ever. But the pink camera magic was pretty good too, because it had the woman and the man.
No. There's a new one, Bovino, the clown who's out here with the ice guy who's shooting all of us with the pepper spray. He said that the reason he did it because everybody was throwing rocks and bottles and all of that shit. It went in front of a court. They got the video, and he lied. He had admitted in court. It was just like yesterday or something. He lied, and the
That's
depositions just coming
amazing.
out. A part one of the deposition just came out a day or two ago, and that guy Bovino is in there. You know, it's great. It's, I
I
was gonna
can't
say,
wait to see that.
some
Did you see
point
the new one about less than a day ago? With from Brian. Here's the deal, and the guy went in to complain and to say that the cop lied about him not having a seatbelt on, but admitted that he was speeding. But he's just like, no, I want to talk to the chief. And the guy walked up to him and was like, no, you're gonna leave right now. And the guy's like, if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna defend myself. And then he put his hands on him, and the guy beat him up.
Oh goodness, no, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
and then you're gonna see a lot more of that. I've been telling people that for a long time. If your rule is that the law needs to be litigated in court, and that I'm gonna get street justice from you because you got a badge, well then I guess we might as well make it a real case then. You're gonna see a lot of people doing that now. Because people are done.
What's that, Joe?
He's switching
I'm
phones.
switching phones. Look for an avatar to pop up in your
Okay.
His other
I'm
phone's
watching.
dying. Yeah. I
I'm
mean, I
watching.
don't know what I think of like all the civil disobedience. I've had so many cops in my family tree for so long. But I don't agree with like all these raids. I agree that certain levels of enforcement needed to happen long ago. Just because like when I lived in Houston, I saw a lot of the gangs and stuff crossing the border and children being abducted and all kinds of human trafficking increase that was
Yeah.
deplorable, that I do believe the government at that point needed to start cracking down on, making sure
You can get rid
who
of
else
all the
gonna-
avatar.
Yup, doing it.
See, listen, I'll tell you, I'm very, very anti-immigration. All right, but if the government officials that allowed illegal immigrants to come into the country and house them knowingly,
Yeah.
and those people are not going to be held to account. And a government official was just elected somewhere in America, I can't remember where it was now, and she literally said during one of the hearings or whatever, and she said, my family were illegal immigrants. She said her father filled out her and her
I heard
family's
that somewhere.
immigration forms incorrectly on purpose to be able to get immigrated. I don't know what the lies were, what she said it. And so she literally admitted, I am an illegal immigrant.
And yet she's in our government.
Correct.
So she made a mockery
God
of
bless
the system.
America.
All right, let's get some more of this
Yes,
thing under our
indeed.
belt.
But what you're doing though with the
So you
cameras,
promise
the
me that you're not going to arrest me?
We're not going to arrest you.
You're just going to write me a citation.
I'm not even going to write you a citation if you put the
But
signs
if
up
I
in
continue,
court.
if I continue to hold my signs, you're just going to write me a citation, and you're not going to take me to jail.
If you continue to display the vulgar signs that are with
The vulgar signs.
Yes.
Okay,
You
I'm being
said
very
it's
specific,
vulgar?
right? Oh, here, I'm going to take my glasses off so you can see me in my eyes, right? If I continue to hold, I just don't want to go to jail. Okay, I'll take a ticket.
This is the
Damn
2025
it.
Aircraft Advent Calendar.
Everybody
With
donate.
chocolate. Behind each of these
For
24
somebody to
Everybody
see their
donate.
youth crime.
I want him to say,
fine,
it's
well,
starting to
I can
feel
do that.
chilly.
Well, are you going to?
We don't want to.
But will you?
Are you going to stop?
No.
Then if you don't
Can I
stop,
show this sign?
let's see.
If I show this sign, you know which one it is.
Let me see.
You already know which one it is.
If you're only showing it to us, but if you're showing it to the crowd,
Look at you
yeah,
can show
you're
us
breaking
in
the
case
ordinance.
And you're going to give me a ticket for it, and I'm not going to go to jail for it. You're going to give me a ticket.
I won't take you to jail because I can
Are
only
you going
write
to
you a
take me to
ticket.
jail? Are either one of y'all going to take me to jail? You're going to have somebody else come here and take? I don't want to go to jail. Is what I'm trying to say.
Listen,
I'm going to show this sign.
the disorderly.
I'm about. Okay.
You can go for disorderly conduct.
I can't.
We don't want to. We don't want to do it. We just want you to stop.
okay,
Why do you feel like you need to continue to do
My
it?
purpose is my purpose. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You keep saying disorderly conduct, both of you. Do you know what statute it is?
Off the top of my head, I don't know what statute.
Would you
it
be
is.
surprised if I did?
I would believe that you would know exactly what
Okay,
the
would you like me
statute
to
is.
recite it to
Go
you?
ahead.
I love this.
Hi, I'm guessing you're getting a million calls about this, but you've got 2 officers harassing a man exercising his First Amendment rights. Okay. On the corner. You gotta call him off. You're gonna get sued. It does not look good.
Can you hold? I'm getting another call.
Is that
You're
Friends
gonna
in
get
Code?
1,000 calls.
No, this
Call
is
those
somebody. I
2
don't think he
officers,
noticed.
get 'em
He
the
don't
hell
even
out of
notice
there.
it.
I love it.
Unpopular speech, the things that people don't usually like. So again, I'm about to turn this sign around and show the passing people the content of this sign, and I do not want to go to jail. I will take your ticket. I will take your ticket, but I do not want to be arrested.
Right now, let's go over here.
I'm about to turn this sign around, and you said that I wasn't going to be arrested. I just want you to. So you're thinking about it.
No, because
This is
you asked
art.
if you were going to go to jail, but you're not going to stop.
I'm not.
So we're going to go over to this police car over here, so the citation can be issued to you,
Okay.
and we will continue. We'll decide what's going to happen at that point. Okay?
Y'all go over there, and I'm going to keep doing exactly what I was doing.
You're gonna
You're going to come over here so the citation can be issued.
Notice they never
Does that
said he
mean
was
I'm being
detained.
detained or
He
arrested?
don't have to listen to
Am I
them
being
yet.
detained or arrested?
Right now,
Now
you're
he
being
just
detained,
said it.
so
Okay.
the
Well,
team's
I would
with you.
like to
Try
stay
to
right
decide
here.
what's going to be happening. Okay?
I mean, that all sounds like not good.
Why?
Because I want to stand right here and hold these signs, and and I do have a limited time. It's actually almost 2:00 right now, so I kind of got stuff to do today.
Okay,
Y'all
then
are
why don't you
interfering with that.
go ahead and do what?
Do I have to stand there and watch you do it?
Do you have to stand there and watch us do what?
Write your ticket. Can't you do that? I mean, you don't usually.
Well, you keep trying to walk away from us. You're running through the intersections.
I'm not gonna sit here and keep.
It's not safe.
Around this.
I don't want to have a
Looks
consensual
safe.
conversation with you.
Slow
Barely.
You're
down.
leaving the city ordinance, so
Well,
you're going to be issued a citation.
I hope. I mean, I've got something to say about your ordinance.
That's fine. You can have your own
Your
opinions
ordinance.
about it,
Okay, you're not going to take me to jail, right? Your ordinance is. Right? Okay. Because it's repugnant to the First Amendment of the Constitution. And if you have a city ordinance that says I can't be here right now, then I'm just going to have to say no thank you. I'm going to have to keep doing exactly what I was doing before you got here, if you don't mind. If you want to write me a ticket, go ahead.
Okay. All right, do you have your ID on you?
Oh. Shit, no. Here, I'll give you. How about this though?
Do you know your number?
I know. Here, let's go over there. I'll go with you. I'll go willingly. I'm not gonna run. You can test me, couldn't you? Can I challenge you to a foot race over there?
Now I know if they give you a ticket, you got to give them your name
Good guys
and
right here, heroes.
address.
Defenders of the country.
That's why he's complying with this
For
one.
my fine. Okay.
He knows the laws better than they do.
And I will have to ask you to please take the cameras down. You can come to city
No.
hall.
Take the cameras down.
No.
Fuck no.
But they can willing to.
Fuck that. No.
He say,
No,
fuck
I'm seeing
that.
that permit.
How they want us to
No.
handle
See
it.
if Randy will come
No,
up here.
I'm not getting a
You
permit.
can't.
I'm not. That's ridiculous. Have you ever heard of the First Amendment protections? No, you haven't.
Alrighty, you ready?
Uh-huh.
What's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Ready.
W.
Okay,
Why are
wait,
you doing
pause.
Do you have a pen?
Yeah.
Okay, write it down.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna want you to fast forward this. This is a tactic a lot of us do, just to inconvenience them. Since they're making you ID, when they ask your name, he's probably. I'm sure I fast forwarded it when I watched it. He's going to say W I. Did I say W yet? Yeah. Let me see. W, and they just draw it out forever. I'm assuming that's what's about to happen now. In the interest of time, you could probably fast forward about 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, because this hasn't been edited yet.
That's all I needed.
Okay, Carter. What's your name?
Officer Pedersen.
Officer what?
Pedersen.
Federson?
Pedersen.
Federson. I'm gonna. You have a brother in law enforcement also?
I do not.
Okay. I mean, could be a cousin or something. Federson. I think he was out of Garland. He was a dumb shit too. He said a bunch of things that he shouldn't have.
He's a dumb shit too.
Two.
All right. city of Winsboro, state of Texas, is giving me a ticket for what exactly? Because I don't have a.
No, this is for your sign.
For the sign.
For the sign, yeah.
For the language on the sign. Okay, for the language on the sign. And what about the permit that I'm not getting?
We'll
You're gonna give me one for that
address
too?
that later.
Okay,
Just
can we address that now so that way I can get back to what I was doing?
Well, once we get done with this,
Well, hurry up.
then we can.
You can write two at the same time, can't you?
Ooh. They made him mad. They told him to turn their
I'm not
cameras
going anywhere.
off.
Can I go back over there?
Yeah, no.
Oh, we're
All
gonna be right here
that.
till we're done with this.
Look, I'm all for back to blue, but not this night.
Do you have a business card, man?
I don't. I wish I did.
What's your name?
Gieske.
Easton?
Gieske?
What?
Gieske.
Gieske. Fuck, how do you spell that?
Very difficult.
Gieske, that's like Eastern European or something like
German.
that. German, okay. I mean, only German I know is 999.
Oh.
That's it. Yeah, because when I was like being introduced to the internet, my first introduction was there was a video about a movie about Hitler. It was like a reinforcement. I'm sorry that no, because you're German.
I'm not German. That's my husband.
Oh, that would make sense. Okay.
I'm
Okay, sure. So Hitler was in his bunker in the final days, and he got terrible news. And he was like 999. He said everybody out, and everybody left, right? And then but somebody took it and replaced all the subtitles as if Hitler had been banned off of Xbox Live, right? He was like, "All my fucking skins!" He was freaking out. He was all pissed off because he'd been banned off of Xbox Live.
He's great.
That's
Right?
funny.
It had, that's funny. That's hilarious.
This is exactly what I did to Rob North.
Anyway, so that's all
That's why it's funny.
That's annoying.
Oh, YouTube.
Chat, if you really care.
Pause for 1 second, Beth.
Just so you know, every time we pause, they give you more of those fucking commercials. But go for it.
I
What's
know.
up?
Was it? Is Ahizma still up here, right? Was that you that said that you find what he was doing annoying
Yeah,
when he
I think
acts
that's
that
the
way?
whole purpose of that, though, isn't it?
Well, it's kind of like what I was doing with Rob Noor, right? Is if you give me nonsense, I'm gonna show you nonsense.
But I
He's
mean, I
making
don't
them
understand.
Right? That's why he's swearing constantly now. He's literally he's showing the absurdity of what they're trying to do. And because now he'll take that, he'll file a section 1983, whatever the hell it is, right? Deprivation of rights and freedoms. He'll go do that and win another $100,000.
Yeah, I guess I'm just not understanding the entirety of the point. If he got his kids taken away by CPS and he's going after law enforcement in a completely different county, why doesn't he go after the ones that actually did the
He
problem?
did. He just won the lawsuit against them too.
They're all the same too, so you got to
Yeah.
do it everywhere.
Yeah.
They're all okay. So
Yes.
now he's just rebel rousing. Okay, gotcha.
Wait. Ahimsa doesn't believe that they're all
Seems
the
like
same.
expression of rights. I mean, I'm not quite sure.
Wait,
But I mean, it
you
just
don't
seems
believe they're
like
all
it.
the same, do you?
Do I believe what?
I said
All
they're all the
cops are the
same. He has to do it everywhere because
Nah, I
they're
don't
all the
believe
same.
I don't believe they're all the same any more than I believe
So she missed
anybody's
the-
all the same of anything. Like all gay people, all
One
white
second.
people. No, I don't believe.
No,
all
it's
the
not
same
about
of
that. It's
anything.
about allegiance.
Sally, what it is, Sally, the ones who are not the same aren't there bothering him right now. You see?
Yeah, it's small
The
town.
good
They got
ones
nothing
wouldn't
to
even
do.
the good ones wouldn't
Right.
bother with this shit because they know better. They know he has a right to be there. They know he has a right to protest. They know he has a right to say fuck in public. They would blow it off and not do anything about it.
Even
The ones
better
who
bet,
show up are the same.
we've had some cops get out and just want to say, "Hey, man, I'm a constitutionalist. I love what you're doing." Those
Right.
guys, all right, those would be what we would call, okay, I'd say we're not all the same. I might be being hyperbolic.
Yeah, I mean, I got a state trooper friend that like he just became a state trooper in the last 2 or 3 years, and first accident he saw, I saw him like later on that afternoon, and I was having to console him, and I'm like, I don't know if this is the right line of work for you, dude, because there was someone who died in the
Right.
accident,
Right.
and I'm like, you are way more softy than I am
Give him
underneath,
15 more years. He'll be a worthless
Yeah,
piece of
and
shit in 15 years.
Yep.
I don't really get that with him. I don't think he's gonna last long in that profession because
He
it's got
cannot.
some.
That was my point. If you're going to be a
Yeah.
good guy, you won't last long. That was my joke there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
the ones who
some can, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm being
No,
Pollyanna,
no,
but
no. You're giving us a lot there. You've given us a lot there. Yeah.
well,
and
I
that's the thing
also
is if
have
these
like a
cops were
friend that was
the good
shot in the
cops would
first
be like,
war
"Hey
on
man, just
cops.
be careful." Look, the good cops when they stopped, they would have been like, "Hey, I'm just stopping to say please be safe out here. Don't get hit by any
Right.
cars. Have a great day."
Yes. And
Right.
suddenly we love
Wouldn't
those
bother.
guys. You know, we can't stop talking about those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of it though with like this sign that's held up and you're in a small town of 3,500, it's a small town
Yeah.
and the citizens are going to be the ones doing the complaining
Right.
about the sign, and
That's why
that's part of small town America, like
that's
it or not.
that's
Yeah.
that's how if rights are gonna be a thing, it takes a really courageous fuck in a small town to go out and do this because
Oh
he
my god, I
knows
know.
in his other videos he has the people calling in. Check his last couple before this. It'll be the people who called in when he was in Paris. It's a shop owner, a guy down the street, to show that yes, that the people do it, and the cops show up, and rather than say the guy is clearly on the public sidewalk, he's not breaking any laws. You can film what you want from public. Have a good day. Hey man, you're not breaking any laws. We
Yep.
get a lot of people come out and say that you're not breaking any
I
laws. You're
saw
good.
one with a 911 operator that did it very recently.
Me too. Yeah. I love it. That's the way it should be. You don't have to. If there's someone taking a picture from a
Yes.
sidewalk, there's no crime.
Right. Right.
No, I think that's
It's very
part of
simple. It should be part of the training, right? Like
Yes.
it's very well known. People are going to record it. Like, look, I heard a Supreme Court argument very recently. I can't remember what it was though. Where they're like, so the judge asked one of the lawyers, like, so if you just got a tourist out on the street taking pictures of on the street, you're gonna arrest them? Like, it's ridiculous. No, you're doing it specifically because you know what they're doing and you want to show them their place. Like, don't tell me you don't know that people record in public. If it was a family with 2 kids and a wife and a husband walking down the street,
You wouldn't have said nothing.
looking like they're on vacation, wouldn't be a problem.
Some
But if it's
Asian
just a
dude from
person standing there
Tokyo
recording, then
with
it's a
big
problem.
ass camera taking a picture in an airport, no
Right.
problem. Let it be 10th man. Suddenly there's a problem. Oh shit. Slipped my mind. I wanted to ask something. Slipped my mind.
Yeah, but what
Oh,
I guess what I'm
the
saying.
lady. It was I guess
Uh-huh.
mostly you, but the lady who told him, listen, you got to cut those cameras off. Do you think she knew that she was lying when she said that? Because I'm that guy now. I
Yeah,
think that she
she
knew
did.
she was lying. Okay.
She did. Yeah. I mean, that's messed up. You can't say that. Again, I'm gonna say part of this goes back to this industry. Most of this country is made up of small towns, and a lot
Yes.
of the IQs aren't that high. So they're
Yes.
going to be calling over the smallest thing. I mean, shit,
Yes.
there was a lockdown at the freaking school recently, just on Friday. Ended up on the Metro News, which was insane because they said some guy was wielding a sword, and they go on lockdown because it's a small town and kids
Right.
walk and crap like that. Turns out he wasn't wielding a sword, he had a knife, and he was in a costume, and it was just something so
Yeah.
ridiculously dumb. So that's what I'm
Right.
saying is like you have a lot of people like Gladys Kravitz calling over trivia
This
dumb
is
stuff that doesn't even exist, and it's a non-issue, you know?
And it only becomes an issue when a guy gets upset at the police or some government entity and wants to send
Yeah.
out with a sign and say, fuck Mayor Bradley. Now, because
Right.
all these people are so comfortable being ignorant, I no longer have rights. The people like me
Right.
cannot accept that. It's not even in our DNA.
No, I get it. I have the curse of critical thinking as well.
Right.
So
There you
yeah,
go.
I mean it sucks. I mean it's great, but it sucks because you get to
Yes.
see shit that other people don't
That other
see, and
people
I'm
don't.
just
You're
like,
so alone. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
I
you
don't
know my.
understand why he doesn't just do what the police tell him to do. They're trying to make everybody safe. Like
Just doing their job.
just do what they say, and everything will be fine. Comply now, complain later.
You see the harm in
Mm.
that? It
No, I
kills
don't
all
agree
my
with that
rights.
either. I
All right,
mean,
I
let's
think
see.
shit.
I think that though is situational, right? Like
Yeah,
for
it's very
instance,
situational.
I get pulled
It's
over
like the
for
laws.
something and I know I'm in the right or, whatever.
Right.
I'll take that ticket and I will go fight it in court.
Or you fight it on the street. I
I
mean,
fucking try
hats
to
off
talk
for
my
fighting
way
it in
out of it
court.
every time.
However, I'll kindly try to talk my way out of it,
Okay.
but I don't want to make my situation any worse.
Remember, you
Recognizing
said
that
when
some
you know
cops
you've
are
done
bad
nothing
people.
wrong. I'm talking about. Not when you're wrong.
But
I give up my license when I'm wrong. But when you've done nothing wrong, do you understand, or do you feel an
yeah,
import to fight there as well on the street?
yes.
All right.
It's just a matter of to what degree, because
I
there
don't
Yes,
comes a
know. I
agreed.
point
mean, sometimes, yeah.
there
I mean,
comes a point
depends.
where fighting
Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying
you
go
know,
to jail, get your car taken, can't pick up your kid. I'm not saying go all out and be crazy, but
Right,
you
right.
do understand. I see you
yeah,
understand
I
the
do
Yeah.
importance.
No,
understand. And in
what
fact,
I'm saying,
actually, real quick, I had a situation not that long ago, with my ex-husband where like we were in court dealing with some stuff, and outside of court, he had come over to see our son. Our son had been in a bad accident and was laid up and severely medicated and whatnot. And there was an incident where I called the police because shit, I took that as a threat, and it really was one. But the police were like, "Well, he can just say it was a prank. You're in court right now. Deal with it in court." And I'm like,
You
"Fine."
know,
I
let
made it
you
so because that was the thing, was it was partially, like an intimidation thing because of the court case.
if you
When I
pull the
took it to
same
the
prank
court,
on
they
the
blew me
cop
off.
or you pull the same prank on the cop or the judge in that court, you give the same threat. You think they're gonna say that? Oh, it's just a prank. Leave her alone. No, you threaten the
Oh,
judge.
they would have put him down. They would have put him
Uh,
down. He
uh,
literally, so here was the thing, is he had been telling our son that he was going to
I don't want
unalive.
too much of your personal business. Please don't. I don't need snafu. Don't give them no shit. I don't want it. I'm so sorry. I love you, but I don't want none of your personal business over a
You're right. You're right.
video that I'm showing. Yeah.
You're
All
right.
right. Let's play the video.
Mm.
Unreasonable noise, don't you think?
It's under the decimal level.
Hey, well, they love you guys here. That's fantastic.
Ooh.
You get all kinds
she
of
called it
support.
a decimal
You
level.
probably don't know that what you're doing. You probably think
But
that
I am
you're
interested. I'm interested in knowing why Winsboro
Why Winsboro?
and
That's what I asked.
like what's going on
This
that
is
brought
fear.
you here that you felt like doing this.
Sure
Are
would
you
be
just
good,
doing
wouldn't
different
it?
places?
Sure would be nice to know, wouldn't it?
I'm just curious.
It'd be awesome
I'm
if I
curious because you seem
good
extremely smart.
Thank you.
You
Appreciate
seem like you have a plan behind it all.
Yeah.
And
This is
I'm
fear.
just interested if it's like something
No,
that
that's
you
a
do in
reasonable
different
question.
towns or if it's something,
That's my
if there's
first
a
time.
certain.
First time.
All I hear
Here, she
is this gonna bite me in the head?
No.
Well, I
I
mean,
told him
the
to go
guy
watch
could
my
need.
YouTube channel and
You
find
know,
He
out.
it wasn't
could
your
need
first
a
time. You're way too
psych ward,
professional right
you
now
know?
to be.
I mean, that happens.
Hold on.
I mean,
Pause, man.
I guess.
And
What?
you're low when you chime in and the
Oh,
video's
I'm
playing. We
sorry.
can
Oh,
barely hear you.
I think that they do have to rule out if the guy needs a psych ward. I mean, that happens.
Oh, okay.
Does
Yeah,
that make
I
sense?
didn't.
no
Like,
way.
It,
I
it
thought it was
does, but
reasonable.
it does, but I don't think that's what's going on here by no stretch. Here, I'm almost certain that she knows she's in hot water. This dude is smart. He knows something I don't, because she's prying. Have
Well,
you
you
done
saying
this
crazy people
before?
can't be smart?
You
I
think?
think that she knows well enough that look, like, I mean, crazy people tend to be a little more impulsive, like when he went to reach into his pocket, he made
Yeah,
sure
they
to
didn't have a problem.
point
Yeah.
things out. And she knows he's not. Nah,
I don't
she's
see any piece
trying.
of
That's
that
all.
she thinks he's legit crazy or anything. I do see her trying to, figure out, have you done this before? And, am I being outsmarted here? I see a lot
Yeah.
of that going on
Right.
right now.
And if I were him, I would tell her to go watch my YouTube channel and find out.
And Hamza, yell pause like 3 times to make sure we hear you. We can barely hear you. And I want to hear
Oh, I'm
what you have
sorry.
to
I'm
say.
gonna jump down anyway. It was
Okay, I
good catching up
appreciate
with
you
you.
kicking in. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch from chat. Take
All
care.
right.
You
You
don't
too.
have to leave. You can stay up here.
No, I'm good. I got some things to do, and I'll listen in. Okay.
Race
All
quit.
right. All right.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.
That was great. I'm happy we had her for that moment.
She's a good lady. I like her.
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
You stop it. You know it. I mean, you have
I
full
really-
surround
I mean,
set.
really
You
the
got
only-
full surround view on that one.
The only people that really watched is my mom and my sister.
That's hard to believe.
Really.
I mean, you have to have a grandma and a couple of cousins in there
No,
too.
my grandma died. Thanks for informing me.
Hey, I said she must be watching.
I guess. I mean, she was a real bitch, so probably not.
Play a hard game.
40727 says no subject chose to be clear, eligible. Does show an expiration date of the year 2022.
What'd you do then?
Does show to have a license to carry.
This guy.
See, he's just gonna
I
get
can
my
hardly hear anyway, and you turn it down. You can't talk about me yet, or what? You run my shit yet?
Department. Hey, I thought I'd let y'all know. I'm not sure if y'all know this or not, but when else cops is out trolling this guy, Otto, and he's got a camera on your officer, but that's not the big thing. The big thing is the fact that they've got it looped to about 15 other channels.
Okay.
They're making a big spectacle of this.
Oh.
Y'all watch out.
Yeah.
Be careful. This guy,
He's
this,
a
she
bootlegger.
just asked him, do you go to every county and do this? Yeah, he's making a big fool of y'all. Stop.
Bootlegger.
Are you wanting to speak?
People, no, there's people literally going, "You're so
I'm just trying to
stupid.
say
How are
y'all
you
be
this
careful of
dumb?"
This guy, he makes this 2A audit thing, and he makes you a fool if he's done it in like 5 other counties around here.
Okay. All right, sir.
It's his right. It's his freedom.
People are trying to help them. They're still condescending.
This is the Wonder
wild.
Oven Pro from our place.
Like,
Our next
people are like,
generation
"You don't understand what you're
non-toxic
doing. Stop, please stop." And they're like, "Fuck off."
And you know, I told him we're going to write a citation for the city ordinance, and then I was like, you know, he's like, well, are you going to take me to jail if I don't stop showing the signs? And I was like, well, let's come over here because we're not going to keep playing this game with you. And so I mean, I don't know if we're not going to write this citation, then and Wood County will take him, then we can go that route. But he's, you know, it's going to be a whole ordeal.
To write a citation against my will. Well, I mean, I told you multiple times I don't want to be here. I'd rather be over there doing my thing, right? So you're detaining me for a city ordinance. And what am I doing? What's another word for holding a sign on the sidewalk?
Depending on what kind of sign it is. If it has
What kind of sign
profanity
it is.
It's a nuisance
Have you
sign.
ever heard of the phrase viewpoint or content or viewpoint restrictions?
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard that before?
Yes,
You
and
think
we
that
just
this
went
might be
through
a
a case
conflict?
like this that somebody had a sign like that in the winter.
That triggered him to do something. That's interesting.
I need the ordinance number.
Okay. You're like, don't let that bitch off the hook.
Oh, go read it real quick.
He treats them the same as I treat people on YouTube panels.
I think they're gonna see if Wood County will take him Class C.
Okay.
So he's
They
on his
trying to
way.
lock
I was
him
just on
up,
the phone
even
with
though they
him.
told him,
I just
we're
don't
not
know
gonna lock you up.
what all was gonna happen with him.
Can't trust these people.
And I don't know how to like pull that up on here.
Look at these women cops. Oh yeah, let's find a way to lock this guy up in the county. Yeah, fucking disgusting.
Can you go back over there with him and tell her to come here? Because I don't know if let her come over here because I don't know where the ordinances are in here.
Problem is, she's locking him up over this small town ordinance, and this cop like,
Oh,
I can't
shit.
even find this
Hey,
irrelevant
don't say
fucking
something,
ordinance that you got
Don't
you
tell her
doing
what
here.
I'm doing.
You know, you didn't tell me what you're doing. The ordinances. Do y'all have your own system, or like if you're
It's
gonna
the same ordinance.
How do I find it in here? Like,
You go to, I don't know your system, but if you go to like our city ordinances.
on here in CopSync?
Oh, I
Please
don't know. I've never
forgive me,
seen
but
your
where are the male officers? We need a supervisor on this one.
Oh, here we go. Local ordinance.
And that supervisor better have a
3.11.
How's it going?
503.
Back to blue. I love the police so much. They're the best. They're heroes. I love them so much. I beat myself up.
Citation book.
I used to get that every morning with coffee, yo, when I stayed with dude.
Okay, yours print out. I still have the old timey write it myself ones.
Okay, I think there's only certain ones in here that we have access to. Like, I know I've written dog at large and stuff. Like, that's all in
Do you have a miscellaneous?
If it's that fucking
There's
obscure,
miscellaneous
that should be your first clue.
unnecessary. There's a lot of noise ones, but there's nothing. No, there's one.
Are you married, buddy? Are you currently
Here
married?
we go. This is the story, man.
You got a wife and kids at home? Would you like to be married to me for the next 2, maybe 3 years? Would you like to go on a lot of dates with me? Approximately every 30 to 45 days for the next 3 to 5 years? Would you like to see my face and be like, oh, fuck, I should have listened to that guy. I should have let him just walk across the street when I had the opportunity. But no, I had to be big macho and show off for the ladies. And now these bitches got you into something that you can't step out of. You're trying to, aren't you? You're trying to step out of it, aren't you?
So we have
You're trying to back up.
This
But
is great.
now your future is inextricably tied to their decision that they're making right now.
Yes.
And you're over here.
That'd be number
Oh,
one.
no.
Or the.
Completely helpless. Isn't that fantastic? You
He like you, man. Them dumb bitches making your life hard. He like you.
I love it.
More. I don't know if he wants to issue this citation. He's thinking about maybe hooking him up for.
See? He asked them 89 times and they said, no, we're not going to arrest you. Just get a citation.
It's
okay, it's all on tape.
Only takes.
Yep.
It doesn't really take classes, so it just depends.
But I always say, get a lawyer.
It's on his way up here.
They
So I
will
don't know if this is going to be
against
issued
you,
or
not help you.
So I just waiting for him to get here.
Even when you're innocent, they will use it to make you look guilty.
We'll get you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I have a big list of them, so we'll share citation codes.
How's it going?
Good.
Drive a nice chat?
We did.
Okay, good. Is you going to write that ticket? Because I'd like to be back on my way. Oh, she's not writing
She
the ticket.
think that we going to lock your ass up.
Well, you didn't answer my question. You've been so friendly so far.
I'm very friendly.
Evil.
Very, very friendly. Friendly
No,
to friendly
you're
people.
evil.
And even unfriendly
I'm super
people,
friendly.
unfortunately.
I am friendly.
You do
I'm
seem like
abrasive.
you're. You seem abrasive.
I'm very
you seem
abrasive.
aggressive,
Yeah.
but you also seem like
Well,
you have a great
would you like to
personality.
know why?
Here it is.
I'll tell you exactly why. So about 6 years ago, 2019 into 2019, about this time of year, I was camping with my kids, and somebody called the police. They called the police because my daughter is browner than me, and you know, right now I'm kind of whitey, right? But during the end of the summer, I mean, we've been camping for
She
2
like
weeks,
straight
like doing
as
like
man. Yeah.
around the country doing cool shit, and I was dark,
Yeah.
but she's darker than me, you know. So somebody called the cops and said that I was sex trafficking this little girl, and the cops showed up in the middle of the night and held me at gunpoint, and they kidnapped me away. Even though the parents, the kids were telling them that was their daddy,
They
and
proved
the
that
mom
night
called and
that
said,
it was his
"No,
kids."
everything's fine. You know, they've been camping. I talk to them every day and shit like that." And everybody was like, you know, calling the police like, "Hey, leave that man alone." They still took me to jail. Guess what they did then? They put me on a $65,000 cash-only bond. So I had to come up with $65,000.
He has them all in his hands.
You know what I mean? And you know, if I
he wants to display the signs. He's not going to stop.
Okay. And then I spent the next 3 years on an ankle monitor. I'm allowed to talk to my children.
Yeah, because he's saying that he wants to walk across the street. He wants to conduct his business, which is displaying the signs.
Jail they wanted to give me. And you know what I said?
18 years they threatened
So
him
I
with.
fought it. Guess what they did? They kept extending the court cases until I couldn't fucking handle it anymore.
I just,
And it almost drove a reasonable man to do
complaining
unreasonable
about
things,
being
you know what I'm saying?
detained and
Right? Absolutely. True story. True story. So I finally did get
He was live on the internet,
so you just wanted us to like
sometimes we
and they tried to get him for
not do anything?
trafficking.
You want, what do you want us to tell him?
I haven't let you guys just live it down.
Not only that, he's internet famous. He lived his life on the internet at that
And
time.
then what if he walks
Everybody
away?
knew. All they had to do
Let
was
him
look at
go
his
back out there and
channel.
display his signs? Because he's not going to stay
Instead, they
here.
took his kids for 3 years. Now he lives with them again.
Outrageous.
Yep.
This is
I got
wild.
pictures too. It's so great seeing them back together. I got some pictures.
Do you have any idea who you are attempting to enforce your feelings over? Have you searched his name, maybe, and looked up some case law in the Fifth Circuit that Texas resides in and discovered, holy crap, this guy already won the lawsuit? That man knows exactly what he's doing. That's why there's 3 cameras set up on every intersection. That's why he's saying he's using vulgarities. The case law is clear. Your officers are literally getting outsmarted in a master class. You guys are arrogant and think that you know. You don't know. That man that you're talking to, that your police are harassing, he's the one that knows. He won the case law. He just did this in Paris, Texas a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have no idea what you guys are up to. Now, let me speak to your watch commander, or your sergeant, your captain, your chief. Hell, I don't care. Somebody that's more intelligent that can pull your officers off.
Okay. Well, right now, I don't have anyone in the office right now. Because I do.
You guys are
Your boss number.
If I'm still being detained, then I'm pissed off. If I'm free to go, then we're good. Let me go. I don't want to, whoever you're calling, I don't want to talk to him. So if you're making me talk to him, then I guess I have to stay. You know what I mean?
I mean, I understand what you're
Can
saying.
I leave them?
Why are you so upset about everything?
Hold, pause. It's been a while. Hold on. Pause. Beth. Listen. Once. No. Listen, I feel uncomfortable even saying this, all right? But you and I have been inappropriate before, so we can do it again. So, but Beth, you know, I don't understand why when I met you in the bathroom at the bar, you complained about it afterwards when I did things to you that, and I wouldn't let you leave the bathroom, right? And like said, hey, I'm going to take you to my dungeon and put you in chains, right? And you acted like I was doing something wrong when I said those things when I cornered you in that bathroom, wouldn't let you leave, and made all those advances. And I thought you loved me.
Why was she raised?
Why are you being so difficult? Like, it's the weirdest thing ever. It's like, no, I just had a couple people with guns that are literally don't even seem to know what they're doing walk up to me. Like, Otto's life is in danger right now, and that's what everybody doesn't understand. They're like, oh, he's out there trolling. No. If he makes the wrong move, they will kill him. That's
Even
it.
if he don't make the wrong move,
Right.
he could end up in jail tonight. He could end up with another 3 years so-and-so. You never know with these people.
Nope.
Yeah. I get it. I absolutely get it.
No, and then you're like that guy I just saw. I didn't even watch the video. And it's like, yeah, we've seen it a dozen times. 30, 40 years in prison, wrongfully convicted.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you're so upset.
Yeah,
You done
why?
had me 20 minutes. You're trying to lock me up. I can't do what I want to do. But you got no idea. What if this was your mom and motherfuckers with guns are trying to take her away? You'd understand that. But she's done nothing wrong. She's broken no laws. Suddenly you're clear and your clarity is incredible.
Yeah, and that's the thing is she wants to act like this, even though she knows damn well they're going back and forth looking. I don't know
Yeah.
why you're so upset. I've been totally friendly. Meanwhile,
Yes.
how can we lock them up? We got to
Yes.
find a way. Come on.
It's adorable.
It's great to watch.
It's you are both good cop and bad cop at the same time. You're the two theater faces, right? The smiley face and the frowny face.
Yes.
You're both of them.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
It's wild. All right.
It's not consensual. Ma'am, can I come over there and hold you down?
No, I'm printing out your ticket.
Go ahead.
Chain you up.
You come up here to our location. Okay, floor, stand by.
By now they've got enough calls where they're like, no, we're not going to do this early. That crazy
I don't believe that.
bitch can do what she going to do, but we're not involved.
They should know better.
This is going to be your ETA.
By now they have enough phone calls, yeah.
He's working on it. Grease.
I don't remember if the supervisor comes out or if he calls him over the phone. I don't remember.
So just let him go back. He's saying right now that we're detaining him illegally and this and
The
that.
supervisor's telling him let him go.
This isn't consensual anymore, and yeah, we're in the process of doing the citation right now, but he's just cussing at us.
He won't go to jail too. He's a piece of shit too.
Yeah, I know you're asking, but if that's right.
Yeah, because
You
that's
want us
what.
to let him
One thing
go,
you
but
is
he's cursing.
James,
We can't just let him go because he's cursing at us while we're writing the citation. Nigga, let him go.
okay.
What are they saying?
Hey, what's that city ordinance violation?
31101 nuisance sign.
01.
Nuisance.
Yeah, nuisance sign.
That does not sound constitutional.
Yeah.
No, that's a sign affixed to property, probably on the public access.
Oh, you're probably right. That's what nuisance sign probably is. You're right.
Yeah, I've dealt with some of those bylaws before.
Big guy. Probably don't.
Jesus!
Yeah.
Jump!
Don't. He's stupid.
All right.
You ready?
Fucking hey, finally get my ticket.
Sorry, they're not. These ordinances are not in our system, so I had to go look it up.
Oh, stop.
Yeah,
Okay.
I gotta go look it up.
Sure, if that's what you think.
Okay. All right. So here's the citation. It's gonna be for the nuisance sign.
Nuisance sign, yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna circle the court date on here for you.
Okay.
He loves that. Nuisance
I can't wait to
sign.
pay this.
No way it holds
I'll
up.
just have you sign right here.
Are you going to be there when I pay it?
No.
Oh. Are you friends with the court clerk?
No.
Okay, well, you're damn sure not going to be after I get done with this motherfucker out
Signing
there.
that is not in the city. That's just your promise that you're in the contract.
Right, I will definitely show
The
up
court
as soon as
clerk will
possible,
hate
on
you.
or before 11:17. That's actually
Yes,
handy.
sir.
I'm going to sign my real name too, but you don't know what my signature looks like.
So this is your copy. Circle
Yep.
the court date. All the information's on there. If you have any questions.
Yes, when I go back to that corner, am I going to and show my sign? Am I going to get another one?
I'm not
Ooh.
sure at this point.
Okay.
That's gonna. I don't know.
I can't believe you. I thank you so
We'll see what
much. I can't
happens.
believe you wrote this fucking ticket.
At a later time.
Did
okay?
you call? Did you call anybody?
Do you have any other questions for
Did
me?
you call anybody before you wrote this
Do you have any
ticket?
other questions?
Yeah,
relevant
this
to-
is important. Did you call anybody to make sure that you should write this ticket?
All right.
before
You
you
have
wrote
a good day. Okay.
That's the
Enjoy your signs.
it? Did you call anybody to make sure that you should have wrote this ticket? Did you call
We're
your
done.
supervisor about it? Are you the supervisor? Why are you driving and she's doing all the work? And she did.
Sir, you're free to
All
go.
right, thank you. Have a great day. I'm going to go right back there and do the exact same thing. I'm going to go back there right now and do the exact same
I
thing.
just want you to be safe.
Yay!
Fuck out of here.
God bless it. Donate.
Have a good day, man.
You too.
I just got a ticket. Yay! Fuck the police all day, every day. Fuck the police all day and twice on whatever today is.
Oh my God.
All right, let me give you a little story about dude. A couple years ago,
Is that the end of this?
that's the
There's
end. You
no
can
more?
kill it. That's the end of it. A couple years ago, and he hadn't done anything in years. He had a square gig and all of that shit, fixing vending machines. And we stayed together for like 6 months or something. And he used to tell me that, if I do go back, I'm gonna hold up signs. This is how I'm gonna do it. He had the shit thought out and planned. Couple years later, he's out there doing it. And by the way, 10th, Abity also independently, they came up with the same idea. I'm sure it's from watching Jeff Gray. He wanted to hold signs too. Abity never got back out there. Otto was killing.
It's not for the faint of heart. And Abity has anger issues like me. And I'm one that's apt to maybe I'm having the wrong kind of day. And listen, I don't know how much time you have, Beth. Do you want to watch a couple minutes of a video?
Sure.
Because sorry, you go ahead.
Here's the thing, real quick.
Yeah.
Where I live, like this kind of thing happens all the time.
Oh yes, but people say it's bad apples.
No. Like where I live, people do this shit. Like this is protest central. Okay.
Oh,
And, like right down the road, the city down the road from me, there's a protest there at damn near any given
very
time.
good.
And let me tell you something. Not only do they not get tickets, the police go out of their way to protect the protesters while they're screaming, "Fuck the police."
That's the way it should be, though. Now,
It's
suddenly, I don't even know those cops, and I respect them. I've been to a lot of protests, and when the police stay away, even if we're yelling "fuck the police," as you said, the protest goes off without a hitch. And most of them, they stay away, protect us. They walk in front of us on the street when we gather. Just shut down the streets. They stay away and give us our distance. Those almost never, if not never, go wrong. And then there's the ones when they decide that we're gonna form up a line with sticks and back them up a little bit, or we're gonna just go down the middle and split them. Those are the ones that end up with shit being glass being breaking and bottles being thrown.
I'm telling you, Joe, sometime when there's like one of these like No Kings protests or something that's coming up, if you ever want to come up here and see like shit go the right way, you are more than welcome up here. I will take you to one of the best protests you've probably ever seen in your lifetime.
Just because I'm a knucklehead, I'm down. I went to one, where was I? In Florida a couple weeks ago, No Kings. It was pretty cool.
Oh man, they go all out.
Pensacola. It was Pensacola, No Kings. Yeah. It was great. They had the costumes. One dude, you could find him on YouTube. He had one of the trucks, the Elon Musk truck.
Yep, I got it.
The what do you call an Elon Musk truck? What do they call those?
Cybertruck.
Thank you. He had a Cybertruck, and he buffed it to the sign of a mirror. It was great. He was up there, and Wonder Woman was up there. Oh yeah. I do got your number. All right.
I just sent you a text.
I got
that way you can look up where I'm talking about. And you'll see
I
what
gotta
I mean.
go up there. I got some friends I gotta see too. So I was just telling somebody.
Yeah, Joe
else.
Cool is looking for a new girlfriend.
It's a damn good like.
He always likes to get involved with women that I'm also involved with, so that it fucks up my whole life too.
Right,
it's wonderful. What else would you expect from your brother?
Right.
The city that I live next to is literally like, oh my god, like it was primarily like old second and third generation hippies, like real hippies.
That's the best.
If you hook up with Beth, I'm going to start taking this personal.
Gotcha. I'm doing it intentionally.
I'm just saying, every lady that I'm in association with.
Beth, you're right. Hippies,
women that he ain't even associated with at all. Just a random viewer. but she happens to be one of my fans. It's like, oh yeah, you're hot. I'll go with you for a few years. So let's get the body cams going.
And here's the thing: is that's not to say that there aren't bad cops. There's still bad cops in places, right? Even by me, where they try to do the right things when certain things are going on.
They're all bad cops, and I'm talking about 99.999, because even if the law says that they can take your automobile because you didn't have your license or didn't sign a ticket or something, only an evil person would do that.
Fair.
Following the law is no excuse.
Fair.
You can't take, like I got for making a U-turn in Los Angeles. They charged me $550.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, like this is the way it kind of rolls where I live. Is like my ex-husband ended up with 3 tickets for driving with no license.
Right.
They did not take the car a single time.
Right.
They said park it and call somebody.
Right.
Here's your ticket. Have a nice day.
I mean,
for all child support suspensions.
Yeah, check that out. Right. All of that shit. If you engage these things and you hand over your morals to another man, don't even rap with me about being a good person. It's irrelevant at this point because you've given over your morals to someone. I don't even know who you give them over to. You don't even know who wrote that fucking law.
Yeah, it was that wonderful clip off of Flow State. Sorry.
I was just saying, not my circus. It makes a good point. A good cop usually stands by and watches and doesn't stop the bad cop. Therefore, they're bad cops themselves. And
yeah,
you're
that's
right.
the good cop. He's the one standing there not beating you as the other 8. We suddenly think he's a good guy. That's how low our standards are.
Do you remember the short that Dusty made of you on Flow State when you were discussing with the landlord? And you said there was no such thing as a moral cop, and it came down to, oh well, you could always just quit, and then you're like, then you wouldn't be a cop. When
that's on my channel. Yeah, it's on my. Actually, we was on Sarah's, but the short's on my channel.
That's what Ahimsa.
Oh, really?
Is that the quote unquote good cops? They usually don't end up staying in the force. They get out.
Yes, that's what I was told, dude, at the end. What 10th was talking about. You probably saw the short. That he's like, well, if they make me do something I disagree with, I can always quit. And I was like, exactly, no good cop.
Exactly. All right, let's watch this one 10th man sent over.
I had to see what 10th got.
Oh, this is the best video ever.
Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said?
I did see this.
Man, I hate calling people bootlickers, but if the shoe fits in your mouth, swallow.
Hey, pause.
Let me just say before I start
I'm not pausing for no reason. I got to build, and I'm sure 10th will have a story to add to it. This guy Brian, I think it's important that you know, and so you feel what we feel. This guy had a channel back in the years ago with something like 500,000 subscribers. Totally unheard
10 channels ago.
Yeah, yes, 10 channels ago. He was a superhero. I went to an event in Virginia. Him and the conspiracy guy who's totally lost it now. But they were on the same. What's the conspiracy guy now? I can't think of his name. They were on the same level. A really famous dude. Now he's lost his fucking marbles and shit. Oh shit.
Not the citizen, not the
what is dude? Fuck
monitored citizen or whatever.
No. He's not an auditor. The guy who does all the best conspiracy shit. 15 years ago or something, it's the guy you would have went to for conspiracy. Now he's sold out.
Alex Jones?
Alex Jones, thank you. Him and Alex Jones was on the same level. That's how big dude was.
Yep. No, he was, yeah.
Couldn't wait to meet this dude. Okay, so this is his take. That guy on the right, on the corner.
Yeah, the one who's narrating.
Yeah, it was high impact. That's what I almost call him. That's why I always stutter when I'm because I go high impact and this thing. No, here's the deal. High impact flicks, high impact blogs.
Yeah.
He had a huge channel during lockdowns and all his channels got wiped out.
Yeah. And he started from scratch. He's back up to 500,000 subscribers too.
That's amazing.
All right, well, so let's hear his take. To us, he's like the Godfather, man, and then he's a buddy too. All these people are probably buddies. We know them all personally, but this dude is a guy when when something going on in the community, like the last time was some soft shit was going on. This is the guy who I call. He happened to call me that time, but this is the guy I call when I got to figure.
Yeah, you may recall a few months ago, Beth, on Dusty's, I had the dust up with Brian. This is this gentleman here. I've known him for 6 years. Where I was saying, F the people blocking the roads, and Joe Cool was against me until I showed what the cops did to the people blocking the bridge, and then it's like, well,
Right. This is that. So he's a superhero to us.
This video,
To
because I
you.
know a lot of bootlickers are going to come out of the woodwork. But if you initiate the force on somebody who hasn't initiated force on you for whatever reason, you are the criminal. Let's start this from the top.
On November 1st, 2024, a man walked into the Springboard, Ohio police station asking to speak directly with the chief of police. But when the officer told him the chief wasn't available, the calm visit took a shocking turn, escalating into a confrontation no one expected.
Hello, are you the chief? I'm not. I'm gonna get the chief. You're gonna settle down or you can leave? You're gonna get the chief. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? I'm gonna give you one more chance to listen. If you want help, get the chief. You need to get the chief. Leave. Get the chief. We'll sit here all day. Get the chief.
Could these mistakes
cost you a comfortable retirement?
Sorry.
Fisher Investments is...
Man, I'm
why are these old people at the police station?
I ain't seen a commercial in years. I'm absolutely spoiled. I had no idea it was this bad out here in the streets.
Look at that. This man is backing up. The cop grabs his shirt. He's the initiator of force. Who is in the wrong here? Just because the guy looks like he's upset doesn't mean he did anything wrong. If you can't be upset in the land of the free, then you're not in the land of the free.
Come on. Come on.
At this point, you got to admit, take yourself out of the thin blue line gang mentality. This man, who's not the officer, is defending himself from an attacker. And here's where the clown show comes in. This lady needs to rethink her career choice. What in the hell is going on here?
Her badge is pink too.
She don't want no smoke. You see that? They ain't got clothes good enough to get hit.
The dog's like, oh, has anybody got my chew toy? I see nothing's going on here.
You're gonna comply. When you see his hand, you're gonna comply. Just like
this right here is gang activity, guys. And the gang started the criminal activity. This guy, again, in my opinion, you let me know if you think I'm wrong. Yeah, he's in the police station, but it's a public space. Yeah, he looks like he's a little ticked off, but he's got his hands in his pocket. He at no point advanced aggressively at this officer. As a matter of fact, he was backing up when the officer was lunging for him, grabbed his shirt, put his hands on him, and then it was on.
We're gonna roll this way, okay?
And not one of these cops. There's not one good cop on the scene. Not one of these.
I was gonna say he gets about 10 years in jail at least if he does this to a cop. If he runs up and grabs a cop by the collar.
Oh yeah.
All that
Right.
shit.
Absolutely.
But he didn't attack anybody.
He'll catch a charge though. It'll be his fault for doing
Of
something.
course, you always catch a charge. That's how they try to get away with their crimes.
And if you can't afford some high powered
Talk about
lawyer,
this for 2 minutes. I gotta check the wood stove real quick.
all right, go ahead.
Keep talking.
Of course,
So, Joe.
I gotta check the wood stove. Yeah, suddenly she just became cuter. You're right, Tim.
The fact that the higher standard principle is false is the problem. That's why all I've ever done was a call for accountability, right? If the cop says you're being detained or you're under arrest, put your hands behind your back, and then you don't comply, then I get everything that happens after that, and the whole can't beat the ride, but you can beat the
Right.
charge or whatever. Like I get all that then, but these should be very basic things that a cop should know, that they can't put their hands on you unless they're saying you're being detained or you're under arrest.
Even to the point where you should be able to sue them. This should have been in that training.
Yes.
You said that earlier.
Well, you need to see the other video that lawyer guy put out. It's phenomenal. We could skip right out of this because that's the end of this now. It's just him going out back and stuff. I want you to. I also want her to see the full context of what it was too.
This was another lawyer.
Just because it sounds stupid, right? The whole thing about this part was left out of the original text. Nobody knows why. It just happened. A clerk did it that didn't have authorization to change legislation, and they just omitted this specific part of what qualified immunity has been based on for 150 years. And it sounds like Da Vinci Code bullshit to me, right? Like fucking, what was that dumb shit with the fucking Nicolas Cage at the museum, night at the museum? That's what it sounds like. It's like, oh, look, we found Socrates' hidden manuscripts. Socrates was real or whatever nonsense, right?
Okay.
Philosophize with them. So, but, I mean, but with what I've seen of the government and how they like to obfuscate and lie. And what would be the greatest trick ever? For the government to say, no, don't worry. We passed a law that says that the government will be held responsible. Nothing like that whole King of England thing will ever happen again. Don't worry. And then the guy copies it over and goes, we'll just leave that part out.
I can't wait. Well, you said the greatest trick the devil ever pulled. Do you remember the last part of it?
Was convincing that it didn't exist.
Actually, it was making, at least to my memory,
convincing mankind that he didn't exist.
No. I've heard that too. But another one I've heard, make you believe that good things are bad or that bad things are good.
Well, that's, yeah.
All right. So
that's the forked tongue thing, yeah.
In that vein, and that what the cops and that what we're talking about now, the sheep who he's just doing his job, or they supposed to hit him because he put his hands on the cop or whatever the fuck. They making good things look bad and bad things look good. No, a wood stove, I think that's pretty cool. A wood stove, I mean, hey, that's pretty fucking cool.
So where I live, there's no natural gas in my area, right? So for like hot water and cooking and heat, we have propane. And propane's really fucking expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
But not only is wood stove less expensive, but it keeps my house a fuck ton warmer too.
When would you mind, Beth? I mean, if you need to shut down or whatever you're doing, and please donate to Beth. She does a good show. It's better than my show because she's way less of a dick than I am. Please donate to her. That'd be great. But we'd like to just switch from this because I just wanted to show you guys what happened, and then the rest is just whining and nonsense.
Okay.
Skip to that other video that we only just watched the one segment of earlier, because I want Joe Cool to see that. I know it's 20 minutes, but I want you to get the context of it and see how I say, this seems like Da Vinci Code nonsense.
I need you to send it to me.
You need it again?
Yes.
Slack.
Un momento. Well, no, I thought it was still backstage. Oh no, she's restarted it. Hold on. I know. I'll be right back.
Expectations. I swear I expected him to be like, it's in the back check. He's already on top of shit.
Yeah, and that was the problem.
Well, I already gave it to her. I just forgot, but we had a technical difficulty.
Yeah, StreamYard let us down.
Again.
That's popping.
Joe, remember the days when we could only have... Sorry, go ahead, Beth.
I was just saying, not my circus. I'm so glad you're enjoying being here. It is nice and laid back.
We were...
Go ahead.
Back in the original days, Beth, we only had 6 people that could be on panel at max. At all.
We were there with the original panel. It was
Well,
pre-panel.
this is pretty much a dead night, anyways, because like everybody else has stuff going on. So, I picked a bad night to go on, but I needed to
No.
get
You
on
picked
and do some streaming.
yeah, fuck that. You picked a good night because this is the energy that I needed. I've been working all day. I didn't need to be yelling at motherfuckers. I prefer this.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I need this shit sometime too. I don't need to be yelling over somebody and fighting all the damn time.
I'm thoroughly enjoying hanging out.
Yeah, that's because they're sexually frustrated.
Not that I don't like fighting.
I got 2 for you now, 10th.
Yeah, you know that though, but that's because I'm dropping up with the other account. Come on, are you new?
Oh, I'm a dumbass. Nah. Yeah,
That's me coming up with my other account to drop in the back chat.
I am kind of new to this, so
I'm playing with you. You've seen me do it on other shows though, but anyway, go ahead.
One time,
yeah. No, that doesn't mean shit though.
I
Okay.
didn't want to do panels on my channel, and one time we did one on 10th Man channels. He changed his icon. He pushed the buttons for me. He goes, God knows. I don't know nothing about that shit. Yeah, I did one of these at 10th, and he did everything.
All right. You want me to skip ahead?
I've been the producer for a few people.
You want me to skip ahead to the segment we had been looking at?
No,
earlier?
watch the whole thing if you don't mind. I'm staying up late, way later than I normally do. If you don't mind.
I
mean,
don't
if you do,
mind at all.
okay.
Okay.
Just because I think if it's real, it's really important, and if not, it's a great troll.
All right. There we go. I had to get past the shit. I had to get past the commercial. Now let me add my shit.
I think this is the same as that carriage law so-and-so for driving, not traveling. It specifies that it must be commerce and all of that.
I know.
That shit is.
But this is different. This is different. Watch. This is going to be the full context. We only watched a tiny bit because I just wanted to show. Anyway, go ahead.
Been reading the wrong version of federal civil rights law. Not a typo, not an interpretation, an entire sentence deleted in 1874 that Congress wrote to protect your constitutional rights. Every qualified immunity case since then, every single one, built on a statute that's missing the text Congress actually passed. I'm Brandon Grable, civil rights attorney. I interviewed Professor Alex Reinert, the legal scholar who discovered this 150-year-old error. He explains what happened and why judges across the country are calling it game-changing. First, what even is qualified immunity? And why should you care?
So qualified immunity is a doctrine that kicks in when someone is trying to sue a federal or state or local official for violations of their rights, usually violations of their constitutional rights, although qualified immunity can apply in statutory cases. And what qualified immunity does is say, well, look, if you want to hold this person accountable in damages, you've got to show that they violated clearly established law that a reasonable officer, that every reasonable officer would have known. So it sets this threshold that basically, even if you can show that your rights were violated, if you can't show that the law was clearly enough established to the officer at the time that your rights were violated, you won't be able to obtain usually any remedy at all.
Clearly established. That's the key phrase. And it's become a trap. Courts don't just look for a prior case with similar facts. They look for nearly identical facts.
You see some cases where an officer pulls someone over and uses force, let's say, on the side of the road. And a court might say, well, yeah, we had a prior case a few years ago where we said using force against someone who wasn't resisting in this kind of context would be a violation of your Fourth Amendment right to be free of excessive force. But, you know, in that case, it was dark at night, or it wasn't dark at night, you know, or it was the middle of the day. And in this case, it's dark. Or in that case, it was in a residential neighborhood. And in this case, you're in a rural area. So little things like that, that distinguish a prior case from the facts in front of the court, sometimes courts will rely on to say, the law wasn't clearly enough established for the officer to know that in this context they were violating someone's rights. And it can, to someone who's not a lawyer, or even to lawyers, it can seem awfully trivial, the distinctions that courts are making to say the law wasn't clearly established. But to some degree, the Supreme Court has encouraged that kind of analysis by lower courts.
Dope so far.
So 10th man, when we watched this earlier,
Yes.
didn't see that part, but that's exactly.
I know, but
that's what I read and pointed out. And
I know.
So you are correct.
I know.
Okay.
You said this is 20 minutes. So I said, okay, well, all I was trying to do was just cite the documentation.
You're good. I'm just pointing out to you that even with the change,
I know.
right? Because what I read, that clearly,
established.
Yeah, clearly established. That is the newest change to the notwithstanding clause, right? So therefore, you're right, and this shit, still it applies to a degree. And like I said too, with the clearly established, like it actually raises the bar for what they have to be able to prove in order to hold the charges, right?
This is what these.
Yes, but what he's explaining is that rather than that, and then it gets into the other part. Rather than that, they've instead said that for it to be clearly established, it would have to be the exact set of circumstances. That's why I tried to explain that. I've listened to, when I tried to talk to Josh, I'm like, how many Supreme Court arguments in front of both sides, the full 2-3 hours or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the last 6 years, have you listened to specifically with reference to qualified immunity and other such things like that? And he said 0. And I said, then how can you have a discussion with me about this? And then it always goes back to, well, I have the force and we'll do what we want. And I'm like, okay, all right, bro, you're right then. You're just right because you're a big man. I don't know what to tell you.
That Turner versus Driver, Irizarry versus Yahia, those friends of ours that made the case law, that's what they did. And Irizarry Yahia, that's the I was telling you about him earlier. He made it in Colorado, which I think is the 10th Circuit. It covers 5 states and parts of Yellowstone. It is now considered clearly established. The other one we talked about, Turner versus Driver, that's 4 states, Texas, Louisiana, maybe Arkansas, all those states in there. 4 states now clearly established that you can film the police and they can't interfere with you filming them. But you still gotta have the country to go.
Wild.
I'm sorry,
So
were you
if a
asking me
prior
something?
case involved a force at
No,
night,
just go.
but yours happened during the day, it's different. If the prior case was in a residential area, but yours in a rural area, different. Different weapon, different location, different anything. The court could decide it's not clearly established. And here's the feedback loop.
I think it's important for your viewers to understand is when a court says the law wasn't clearly established, therefore qualified immunity, one important thing is not happening, which is the court isn't telling us whether or not there was actually a violation of rights in that particular instance. So every time a court says qualified immunity because the law wasn't clearly established, we don't learn in that case often whether or not there was a constitutional violation. And so it's just this feedback loop where the law never gets clearly established. It makes it very hard to establish new rights in new contexts.
Want proof? 9th Circuit 2019. Officers executed a search warrant. During that search warrant, they stole $225,000 in cash, gold, Rolexes, and valuable comics. Stuff that had nothing to do with the search warrant or evidence. The homeowner sued. Guess what happened? The court said it's not clearly established that cops cannot steal your things while executing a search warrant.
Wow.
Qualified immunity granted.
That's crazy.
That's not legal doctrine.
I think we
That's
need
a
Dusty
system
for this.
breaking down. So this
It
doctrine
wasn't
blocks
Dusty, but yeah.
thousands of civil rights cases each year.
I know it wasn't Dusty. I was making
No,
a
I
joke,
tried
and
to
then-
tell. I know, but I tried to tell Dusty about this. People always just negate what I'm saying. I think it's because I don't act with enough like fervor for them to be excited about it. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna send him this link and tell him he needs to watch it. Damn it. He'd be ranting right now. if he was
Surely
here.
it's rooted in the Constitution, right? Or at least Congress passed it? Wrong.
Did you know you can AFK
Yeah.
Brazen Zaya whilst learning to code in Python?
Guys,
Go to boot.dev.
donate to Beth's YouTube.
So it comes
Premium
from the
Fund.
Supreme Court's
Cash App is right
interpretation
there.
of a statute,
I love
Section
you, Joe.
1983, which is the principal statute that is used to vindicate our federal rights against state and local officials. The statute was enacted as part of Reconstruction in 1871, but it wasn't really used in much force until the
Pause.
1960s.
I mean, just
And in a
rewind
series
about
of
20
opinions.
seconds. I want to hear that statute again.
All right. Oh, hopefully that's far enough.
Used in much force until the 1960s. And in a series of opinions
Further?
I
Further?
don't even think you went backwards, did you?
I did, but there it is.
all
Okay.
right.
It's the principal statute that is
Take a
used
picture
to
and send it.
vindicate our federal rights against state and local officials. The statute was enacted as part of Reconstruction in 1871, but it wasn't really used in much force until the 1960s.
Did you say you missed it?
Wait, miss, don't it just have a button on there to go back 15 seconds? You can
I'm on a
tap to it.
computer. No.
Oh,
And in
I
a
got
series
it.
of opinions.
Don't worry, babe.
What law was enacted?
Beth, you just use the left and right
So it
arrows
comes
on your
from the Supreme
keypad.
Court's interpretation
Okay.
of a statute, Section 1983, which is the principal statute that is used to vindicate our federal rights against state and local officials. The statute was enacted as part of Reconstruction in 1871, but it wasn't really used in much force until the 1960s.
I took a picture of it. I'm
And in
texting
a
it to
series
you,
of
Joe.
opinions,
Okay, I caught it.
starting in the
Thank you.
50s and 60s and 70s, the Supreme Court said, well, we think there should be some immunity for officers who are sued under the statute, even though the statute on its face doesn't say anything about any kind of immunity, whether we would call it a good faith immunity or a qualified immunity.
In 1967, the Supreme Court just invented it. Judges made it up based on a legal rule called the derogation canon, and that's where the first error begins. The derogation canon sounds complicated, but it's actually quite simple. It's a 200-year-old rule that says don't assume Congress killed common law rights unless Congress explicitly says so. Think of it like software. The derogation canon says keep all your old settings unless the new program specifically tells you to change them. In 1967, the Supreme Court looked at Section 1983, or at least a corrupted version of it, and said, the statute doesn't mention defenses or immunities. It's silent. So using the derogation canon, we're going to assume that Congress wanted to keep the old common law immunity defenses. That is how qualified immunity was born. But Professor Reinert discovered a problem with this reasoning.
So in general, whenever you're interpreting a statute, there are these so-called canons of construction. They're basically shortcuts that we use for trying to figure out how to interpret a statute where the statute isn't obvious, where it's not obvious how to interpret it. One of those canons, one of those old canons, was called the canon that basically we should not infer a repeal of common law rights. That is, if there are common law rights, then the legislator will tell us they mean to do away with them.
Rights, not defenses. The derogation canon protects common law rights, like property rights, liberty interests. It was never about protecting common law defenses, never about immunities. And Professor Reinert didn't just theorize about this, he checked.
I went back and I read every Supreme Court decision from 1798 up until 1871 that applied the derogation canon, and I couldn't find a single one that applied it in the context of a defense. It always treated it as a canon that was about common law rights, common law rights that had existed for a long time, not some common law defense.
Error number 1. The Supreme Court used a 200-year-old rule completely backwards. They applied it to defenses when it was only ever used for rights. But that's not even the big one. Error number 2 is bigger. The statute the Supreme Court was reading, it was wrong. When Congress passed the Civil Rights Act in 1871, rights after the Civil War during Reconstruction, the law included something called a notwithstanding clause. Let me show you how it was discovered.
I was working on this article about qualified immunity, and I just came across the original language of the statute from 1871. And I've both been a scholar but also a litigator for a long time. And I continue to litigate civil rights cases. And so I was reading this version of Section 1983, and I said, I don't recognize, there's this language here that I've never seen before, and it was this notwithstanding language, right? What Section 1983 says is that people who act under color of law shall be liable for violations of the Constitution, and it says shall be liable in damages or inequity. And the original version from 1871 says shall, notwithstanding any such statute, law, ordinance, regulation, custom, or usage of the state to the contrary notwithstanding, be liable. So there's this insertion of what I'm calling, and I've called, the notwithstanding clause, right? That you shall be liable notwithstanding state law to the contrary. And given that the Supreme Court had originally located qualified immunity in state law doctrine, state common law doctrine regarding good faith, I thought, well, how has no one looked at this and thought it's significant here?
Notwithstanding any state law to the contrary. In legal language, notwithstanding is the strongest override you can use. It means I don't care what else exists. This takes priority. Congress explicitly said state law defenses don't apply, including common law immunity defenses. So how did this sentence disappear?
After this 1871 Civil Rights Act was enacted, Congress decided for the first time it was going to put together all of the federal laws in one place. Like up until the 1870s, if you wanted to find a federal law, you had to go to the specific Congress, the specific records of the Congress that enacted it. Today, we just go to the code book, right? We go to 42 USD and we find the law. Well, that compilation of federal law didn't exist until the 1870s. So Congress, after it enacted these acts connected to Reconstruction, in general said, we want one place where everyone can find federal law. And they asked someone, they called them the reviser. They asked the reviser to go through and put all the federal laws that had ever been enacted into one. And the reviser, when he took the version of the law that had been enacted in 1871 and put it into the compilation, just omitted the notwithstanding clause. And we don't know why. He might have omitted it because he thought, well, the statute speaks for itself and maybe we don't need the notwithstanding clause. If that's the reason he did it, it's still consistent with the argument I'm making about the force it should have. But in any event, that's how we lost that clause. And that's why today, when anyone goes to the actual, to the statute that everyone uses in the code books, it does not have the notwithstanding clause. It just got omitted by the reviser. Who knows why? But one thing's clear. The reviser was never given the power to make substantive changes to the law.
A clerk compiling laws just deleted it. No explanation. No authorization. Gone. Let me put this together. In 1967, the Supreme Court said, Section 1983 doesn't mention defenses, so we'll use the derogation canon to keep common law immunities. But two things were wrong. Error number one, the derogation canon was never used for defenses. They applied it backwards. Error number 2, Section 1983 did address defenses with the notwithstanding clause, but they were reading a corrupted version that was missing that sentence. 2 errors, 1 toxic doctrine. And why did Congress include that notwithstanding clause in the first place? Context matters.
We have to put ourselves back in Congress's shoes in Reconstruction. The Congress of the 1870s did not trust states to enforce federal law, especially newly enacted and adopted federal amendments meant to protect especially newly emancipated black people, right? So that Congress did not trust states and localities to protect those rights. That Congress would not want state or local law to get in the way of its newly enacted federal rights. And so the notwithstanding clause is perfectly consistent with what Congress was trying to achieve. So that's piece 1 of the argument. Piece 2 of the argument is, to the extent the Supreme Court originally located the qualified immunity in state common law, this notwithstanding clause speaks pretty powerfully to an error in the court's analysis.
Congress in 1871 knew that Southern states would not enforce the constitutional rights of newly freed Black Americans. So they wrote a law that explicitly said state defenses can't block federal civil rights enforcement. That sentence got deleted just 3 years later. And 150 years of case law was built on that corrupted version.
Sure.
Okay, but it's been 150 years. Thousands of cases decided under qualified immunity. Isn't it too late to fix a mistake this old? Not according to judges across the country, and I mean across the spectrum. Let me give you some recent examples. March 2025, Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, Green v. Thomas. A man named Desmond Green was falsely accused of capital murder. For nearly 2 years, he sat in jail, a violent jail, based on a detective's manipulation of evidence. The detective used a drug-impaired jailhouse informant, manipulated a photo lineup, withheld exonerating evidence from the grand jury. District Court Judge Carlton Reeves, Southern District of Mississippi, denied qualified immunity. In the Fifth Circuit, Judge Don Willett is on that panel. The same Judge Willett who called Professor Reinhardt's research game-changing.
It's an interesting position for a judge to be in, and I have to say I sympathize with their position. And Judge Calabresi actually did a similar thing in a Second Circuit decision where he wrote the majority opinion, but also wrote a special appendix in which he didn't just address my scholarship, but other people's scholarship too. So here's the dilemma for these judges, I think, which is on one hand, they maybe they think I've got it right. They at least think that it bears scrutiny and it bears examination. But they also are judges in a hierarchical system. And if they are adhering to their role within that hierarchical system, they aren't really in a position to say qualified immunity should be dead or even to operationalize their view, let's say, that qualified immunity is illegitimate. They have to wait for the Supreme Court to address the question. So I think the judges that are doing this are essentially trying to get the court's attention. And I think they've been, they're probably been successful in getting at least the attention of some of the justices. And, Justice Thomas already in 2017, well before my article came out, had expressed some concerns about qualified immunity. And in that case, he was citing to scholarship by Will Bode, who has another argument for why qualified immunity is illegitimate. So I think there's a fair amount of attention being paid to it. And I think lower court judges probably, their position has to be, I can't do away with qualified immunity, but I can call attention to the issue and hope that the court will take it up and tell us what to do about some of this research.
Oh, mercy. Sorry, guys.
Second Circuit, Judge Guido Calabresi, a legendary jurist appointed by President Clinton. He stated qualified immunity, misbegotten and misguided, should go. As scholars have made more clear and more judges have come to recognize, qualified immunity cannot withstand scrutiny. He then listed judge after judge questioning the doctrine over the years. Justice Thomas, Justice Kennedy, Justice Scalia, Fifth Circuit Judge James Ho, Third Circuit Judge McKee, liberal judges, conservative judges, all saying something's wrong. These aren't activists. These are federal judges bound by precedent, crying out to the Supreme Court to fix its own mistake.
I think if they are consistent with their principles about the role of federal common law, they should. I think that would be most consistent with the principles they've espoused, that this majority has espoused in other contexts.
Here's what makes this moment different. The Supreme Court created qualified immunity. Apparently, only they can end it. But they created it based on two errors: reading the wrong version of the statute and applying the derogation canon backwards.
Of course.
If the current court follows its own textualist...
What?
So, if there was ever a cause for a revolution, if this was true, that would be it, right? You would think.
This would benefit greatly, yes.
That gave... So, they purposely obfuscated the law that was written and passed to trick people into allowing them to have the same rights of the crown. That was the whole point of breaking free of that in the first place.
Yeah.
They literally just pulled, they just literally pulled the same as lawyers do, right?
Yeah. All right, there's only a couple minutes left. Let's finish it off.
All right.
Yeah.
In originalist principles, the doctrine falls. The text, what Congress actually passed, overrode common law defenses. The original meaning, Reconstruction Congress protected civil rights. It wouldn't allow state law barriers. Judges know this, they're sending the signal. Now we have to wait to see if the Supreme Court listens. So let me ask the fundamental question. If we read Section 1983 correctly, with the notwithstanding clause that Congress actually wrote, should qualified immunity exist at all?
I'm willing to hear arguments. I guess maybe my interpretation of the notwithstanding clause is wrong. Maybe it doesn't mean what I think it means. But again, even if we put aside the notwithstanding clause, we've got a statute that says nothing about defenses. It's a statute that was enacted to provide a muscular federal right in a context in which Congress would never have expected it to need to specify that it didn't want, some common law defense to apply. So even if my interpretation of the notwithstanding clause is wrong, still I don't think there's any justification for qualified immunity.
For over 150 years, qualified immunity has been built on two mistakes. One, a legal canon applied to defenses when it was only ever used for rights. Two, a statute missing the sentence that Congress wrote to override those defenses. 10 years ago, almost nobody was talking about qualified immunity outside of legal circles.
If you asked me 10 years ago, would we be having the discussion on a nationwide level that we are having about qualified immunity? Would people be as conscious of qualified immunity as they are today? If you asked me that question 10 years ago, I would have said, no way. It was something that scholars were interested in and some civil rights practitioners were interested in, but it did not have the salience publicly that it has today. So I think there's a good chance it's been eroded in 10 years. I don't know if I'm confident that it's gone. And I think, but I think like any legal change, it happens incrementally. And I see signs of hope that it'll happen incrementally at the state level. I I don't know. I don't know if the Supreme Court ultimately
He don't
will,
see no hope.
will,
That's what he's saying.
as I say, adhere to what I think the principles.
So, like
they've
I said, the
espoused
law doesn't
in
mean anything. It's not
other
real.
Contexts have
No.
been, and do away with the doctrine. But they have the power to snap their fingers, and tomorrow for it to be gone.
The sentence was missing for 150 years, but now we know it's there. Federal judges know it's there, and now you know it's there, and that changes everything.
So,
Download Professor Reinert's full article. The link is in the description.
all right, somebody send me that link. I gotta run to the store and then I gotta get back.
Let me try to find it.
Thank you.
I'll send it to you. I got it.
Oh, yes, please. Thank you.
Later, guys.
Thank you.
I can get it out of my on my phone. Joe, thank you so much for coming up. 10th man, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. What's going on?
I think it's about time. Yeah, I might catch my husband before he passes out. All right. Much love and respect.
Thanks for coming. Love you. And anybody watching, thank you so much for hanging out, for watching. Not My Circus, you've been awesome company. Next time, come up, hang out with us up here. You're always welcome to. Everybody's been great. I hope there was some good information up in here for everybody. And yeah, have a phenomenal night.